Okay, before we start, we need to make sure the mic is good. So put ones in the chat if you can hear me. I don't have anybody up here right now to check my mic. Salute to everybody though. Saturday night in about 50 minutes is about to be Mackenzie Shirilla's birthday. So this is actually a hilarious time to go live and expose her even more. Hope she's having the shittiest birthday of her life, just like Jane Trawling 1691 said. So let's get ready for this, man. This is gonna be this right here we haven't seen, right? This is the transcripts, and we're about to show it right now. You can hear me? Mic check, mic check. Let's get it going. YouTube Streets Podcast. We're going to be reading through these transcripts, right? They're trying to say that she has a shitty lawyer. They're saying that her lawyer it wasn't good enough, and we're going to go through it, dude. Because I honestly, after reading it the first time, I think they did a decent job. I'm not going to lie, man. So we're going to be going through this. Salute to everybody in the building. All right, man. Smash the like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all can hear me, right? Mic check. Mic check. Y'all can hear me? Let's get that out the gate now. Salute the anarchists. I see everybody in the chat. Salute, salute, salute. All right, cool. Let's go. All right, so it starts off by saying something that's so important when it comes to this case, right? The judge's last name is Russo. Just let's get that out the gate. The judge's last name is Russo, but she is not related, and she's going to mention that on the get go. And salute to the person that sent this to me. They don't want their name out, but thank you. I just want to say thank you to the person that sent this to me because it's important. Now, if we look at the state's witnesses, one thing that caught my eye is the amount of state witnesses compared to the defendants. Allison Grolu, Candace Shipley, Natalie Shirilla. I believe this is the grocery store lady that we read the other day. So she was on the stand, I guess, at one point. These are the witnesses, but look at the states. Now, the another thing that caught my eye, Christine Russo didn't get cross examined, but Angelo Russo did. It's interesting. Try to go back to the chat too. Ineffective counsel. Yeah, so she's got a couple things out there right now. She's got her last attempt for appeal, and she's got her habeas corpus. Now I know a lot of people, they like to save that. They don't like to just use that right away. So for her to use it right away, you know. All right, so let me get to the reading. All right, so this is the state of Ohio versus Mackenzie Shirilla, case number 679612. The court called this today for a bond hearing, also for the first pretrial today, and to set your dates. The first thing I want to make sure on the record is that this court, nobody is in my family is related to one of the named victims in this case. So that's clear for the record, despite the fact this is a common surname. So right there, she says it. You know, that's crazy. We start off right with that. I do not want to review some of the conditions of bond. I will tell you what it is I am intending to do. Either if you want to talk to me about it, you are welcome to do that. The amount remains the same: $500,000 cash surety property. House arrest has been added. It's GPS, no movement without prior court approval. The additional condition would be she must surrender her driver's license and passport if she has one. Is there anything else from the state? Now, this is the prosecutor. This is the state. This is the Mr. Trump that was in the documentary, right? Is it Troop? I don't know why I said it. Just said Trump. Trope, I think it might be, or Troop. No, Your Honor, thank you. Now, Mr. McDonald is Mackenzie's lawyer. Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, we respectfully request that you add as a condition a 10%, have it to be at a 10% bond. The court, I'm not going to change it to a 10% bond, and I know she's appearing today by video in this case, which I think we've seen this all on video. So we'll get through this. Let's get to the actual proceedings. Oh, my bad. Corrupt. I need. Oh, Blue Eyes backstage too. Big Blue. What up, bro?
What it do? What it do?
Hey, how's your Saturday night doing, bro?
Great, amazing night, amazing, amazing. Shout out to everyone in the chat. What's up with you, bro?
Oh, chilling, bro. We got this sent to us a couple hours ago, and I'm like, bro, we got to get this out now. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it, and I'm like, dude, it's important.
yeah.
But
This came across the YouTube streets desk. We gotta address it.
we gotta go. We gotta go live. Hey, another thing too. Mackenzie's birthday is in 45 minutes, so get
Oh,
ready. She said, bro, she's sitting in her cell right now, and we're going live like on her fucking birthday, dude. I think it's hilarious. Oh my gosh, she's gonna die in prison. We'll get to that later too. Um, At this time, the state has provided full disclosure of discovery. I have received an offer from the defense, and my supervisors marked this file. The state's proposed resolution to the case would be for the defendant to plead guilty to counts 3, 4, and 11 as charged. Counts 3 and 4 are both titled murder. They are murder. Count 11 is drug possession, felony, fifth degree. It's in my understanding that the defense is not interested in a plea at this time, and we are set for trial August 7th. Your Honor, I went Monday and discussed this at great length with Mackenzie. A week before that, with her parents present, I talked with her today, and it's in her desire that she does not want to enter a plea to the 2 counts of murder. Interesting, interesting. The court, Mackenzie, are you satisfied with your lawyer so far? And this is important because they keep complaining about them going to a judge verdict instead of going through the trial. Well, they asked her a million times, "Is this what you want to do?" And we'll begin to that in
facts.
a minute.
Yo, plug. Just so you know, real quick. Your
Yeah,
avatar's blank. Just I don't know if you were
yeah.
aware.
So I can't do nothing about it. So I'm
Okay.
on the computer, and in this avatar, it's just this is usually just the stream. It just says stream,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I can't use the mic on my phone right now. So I'm
All right.
using
I
this
was just
mic.
making sure
Yeah.
you were aware.
Yeah, I can't change it either. There's no pictures on this computer to put it as. I don't know,
I
maybe like a
know.
sky or something.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if it was a technical difficulty. I figured I'd let you know. All right, we good.
Cool
Let's
and
cook.
Chris. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate Cool and Chris for the donation. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And salute to the person that sent this to me. They don't want their name out, but again, thank you. Okay. Anything that we have discussed because trial's coming up soon, any issues, any discovery problems, anything we need to talk about. Mr. Troop, from my position, Your Honor, no. We've turned over everything that I gave. Mr. McDonald gave Mr. McDonald a few items today, but we'll be ready to go forward on the 7th. The court, Mr. McDonald, anything you need to do on your end? No, Your Honor. Okay. So yeah, let's see what this is my thing too. We're about to see how much work that Mr. McDonald put in. Does she really deserve a retrial? Well, we're about to read the whole trial because we only seen. You can look on YouTube. Everybody that's researched this case, I've already tried to find the whole trial where we see them all on video. Now it's out. Now it's there, but the news station owns it, not the. For some reason, you can't get it through the court. Now these transcripts came through the court, so this is the closest thing we can get to inside. Because bro, they you see all those witnesses. There's a lot of people that were on the stand. We might learn something. Okay, we're here to this is August 7th now. This is it. We're here today in the matter of the state of Ohio versus Mackenzie Shirilla. She's before the court today with counsel. The state is present. We are prepared to go forward today. She has executed a jury trial waiver. I need to ask you a few questions. And this is the judge asking Mackenzie. Miss Shirilla, do you understand by signing this waiver, you're telling the court to be both the finder of the fact and the ruler of the law? It's crazy, bro. Could you do that, Blue? Could you just go? Could you give it to a judge? Like who? It's just it's stupid to do this. It's not the brightest thing in the world to do this. The defendant, yes, Your Honor, and you're waiving your right to have 12 people to be tiers of fact. Let me make sure everybody can hear me still. Salute to TT. We got Corrupt backstage. What up, Corrupt?
Hey, you heard? I'm I'm a little bit upset right now, man. I'm having technical difficulties on my studio. So this is a little phone right now, but I'm trying to figure this out on the computer at the same time.
Well, you got
But
plenty
what's
of
up?
time. I'm gonna keep reading this. So yeah, just whatever you if you need to stay on the phone, just let me know what's going on.
For sure, brother.
Yeah, yeah,
Good to
yeah,
see
for sure.
everybody out there tonight, man. Shout out to you. Shout out Ronnie Blue Eyes, bro. Good to see you,
Salute.
man. Hope you're doing well. YouTube streets, baby. We here.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know the vibes.
Would you waive your right to have 12 people be the tears of fact? Trayers. Tray is it Triers? Triers of fact. That's crazy. The defendant, yes, Your Honor. Mackenzie says yes. Are you satisfied with your lawyer's representation? Yes, Your Honor. Have you been threatened or promised anything in exchange for the waiver? No, Your Honor. Apparently, Brian Koberger has. So, all set. We have to get this docket. I do not want to go over some preliminary things while waiting for that to be docketed. If you can have a seat, we are going to go on a judge view immediately after the waiver is docketed. I have received from counsel signed by both you a map and also agreed route for the judge view of the crime scene. Number one starting point 9382 Bush Lane. Okay, Strongsville, Ohio. Proceed north to Whitney Road. Turn left on Whitney Road and proceed westbound for approximately 2 miles to Pearl Road. Turn left on Pearl Road and proceed southbound for approximately 1.7 miles. And we've seen this in the slideshow presentation they put out that they
Right.
showed the court. We had the slideshow. Turn right on the Progress Road and proceed westbound for approximately zero point zero 0.07 miles to Almeda Drive. Observe road surface, man-made and natural objects lining both sides of the street, curves in the road, and changes in elevation. Observed. Okay, we could kind of skim through this a little bit. Arrive on the intersection of Progress Drive and Armelda Drive. Observe a Pleadco sign directly in front of you. Observe impact site at the Pleadco building, denoted by a large blue tarpaulin. I'm gonna have a lot of words I'm not gonna be able to say. I don't know what that is. Tarpaulin. Anything from the state. So I guess he was just getting the slideshow ready, or maybe like a Google Maps is showing them or something right there of the actual route that Mackenzie took. No, Your Honor. Okay, my understanding you're waiving your client's presence of the view. Yes, Your Honor. This is her lawyer basically saying this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Providing the court and defense with potential possible issues that may arise disputes in the case law, the state would intend to argue. Otherwise, it's for the court and defense use in the trial. The state also filed a 404B asking the court to allow us to introduce evidence significantly of the two previous incidents that happened prior to the fatal crash. And at the proper time, I will be asked to be heard. I will be asked, okay, there we go. And they're talking about the road rage, and they're talking about when Dom recorded her off somebody else's phone of her crashing out. No pun. Finally, we have a set of stipulations that I have talked to Mr. McDonald about. We are still in the process of typing up the specific language of the stipulations. The court, can we do that before opening? Mr. Troop, we would like to do that before opening. Yes, Your Honor. The court, okay, Mr. McDonald, I know that you want to talk. Were you done? I would, okay, so he says, I would ask just if the court would give me as much as of an idea about the trial schedule for the week as possible. This supposed to be the pretrial hearing. We'll get to the real trial in a second. Thank you. I thought you wanted to talk about the spectators. I'm sorry. I think each side has a lot of spectators. I make a motion for separation of witnesses. Interesting. Her defense attorney just said, I'm sorry. I think each side has a lot of spectators. I make a motion for separation of witnesses. I think there are 5 or 6 from my client's family here, maybe 7. Mr. Troop, do you have anything? I believe 16 to 17 total for the 2 families. Okay, let's talk about the witnesses. Okay. And they're having them sit entirely on the side behind you. Okay. That should still have a couple seats for anybody from the public. Okay, that sounds good. Mr. Troop, Your Honor, I have not conducted a trial in your room. I see the order on the table. I anticipate us because of the nature of evidence being electronic in nature largely and needing to coordinate with our witnesses. I'm asking for some leniency on the use of cell phones and laptops at the prosecution table. The laptops are not the problem if you're using them for trial. The cell phones we'll have to talk about. Obviously, I don't want anybody, whether it's a spectator or somebody at the trial table, notifying one of the witnesses of what's going on in the courtroom. That's my concern. I don't want photographs taken of witnesses. That's why the strict control, and it's not that I feel like I'm watching the damn Charlie Kirk and Tyler Robinson trial right now. This is like this is what they were telling them. It's not that I think that you are going to do that, but they are spectators. If you're using it just to notify somebody that they're up, but they can't be any conversation, obviously, about the testimony, Mr. Troop. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Miss Shirilla, you will go back until we can get this waiver done. Then I will see you this afternoon after we have had the judge view. Thank you. All right, August 7th. Let's go. That was 1:30. Morning afternoon session, August 7th, 2023. The court, this is judge. I want to tell you the rules of the court. Every cell phone is to be turned off, not on silent, but turned off. This is in and out. So if you're are not in here when the proceeding begins, then you can't come in while we're in session. If you leave while we're in session, you're going to have to stay until break. We will break. I will break every hour or so. Mr. Troop, I know you want to talk about this 404B motion that I received from the state. Is there anything, Mr. McDonald, that you would like to talk about? Okay, here we go. Mr. McDonald said, Your Honor, may it please the court, they're attempting in 2 instances to introduce 404B evidence to prove that my client acted purposely. The first incident they cited called the I-71 incident, which is the July 17th, I believe they're talking about. They want to, and this is what all right, we are already starting this. We are on page 18, which a lot of it was just getting ready for this, right? This lawyer has already shown that he's trying. My bad. This lawyer has already brought up that's the same thing that they're bringing up in their habeas corpus right here. So I don't want to hear about that this lawyer didn't do a decent job. This is something that y'all already bringing up in the habeas corpus. So, anyways, the first, y'all can still hear me, right? We good? Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. Everybody in the building. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. All right. The first incident they cited called on the I-71 incident. They want to introduce text messages back and forth between Dom Russo and his mother, potentially text messages between Mackenzie, my client, and Dom, and or Mackenzie and the mother. The sum and the substance is that the detective in his report does indicate and agrees that each side said that the other one was responsible for pulling the wheel. So this whole case, and this is a good point. Pino brought this up last live. He's like, the wheel still has nothing. This is a different incident, right? Saying that Dom pulled the wheel and Dom accused her of pulling the wheel. But the wheel isn't the pedal. And I learned some shit about the pedal today, which is crazy when we read these. I don't even know if we're going to get to all. Yeah, bro. So actually, I'll get to it now. They said so her slipper was stuck to the top. They said it was stuck under. No, they said it was stuck to the pedal, bro. That. So when she hit, her foot comes out of it. The fucking damn slipper is still there because something fell underneath it to keep it there. So I don't know why they have that picture of it. It must have been the other one or something. I don't know, but that's what I read earlier. I could have got that wrong, but we'll get to it. I'm pretty sure I got that wrong. I got that right, but we'll get to it. Yeah, smash the like. Salute to everybody in the building. Let's go. The sum and the substance is that the detective in his report does indicate and agrees that each side said the other one was responsible for pulling the wheel. So this whole case is an inference upon an inference that they're trying to use. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Blue, you might be better on this than me. This 404B evidence that's not clear, that's not explicit to draw the inference that
I can't really see it because I'm on the phone. My bad.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Who's that in the background? I heard somebody.
That's you.
Got him.
That's your crib.
No, that was you. That ain't me. I'm in a room by myself. They don't even try me.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Because of that, I don't think that should be allowed. Okay, so the lawyer is fighting for Mackenzie right here of not having that situation with Dom and her fighting on July 17th that not be allowed. So again, we're already in this, and the lawyer is actually trying. Doesn't seem like incompetent lawyer. You know what I mean? The second incident that they refer to occurred a couple days later when they were in juvenile court. The prosecutor and the detective played two portions of an argument between my client and Dom Russo. Dom Russo was inside the house. Mackenzie Shirilla, who was living there at the time, was outside, and they bickered back and forth. I like how he put that. Bickered. Yeah, right. Trying to
Bickering.
water that down. This is her
Yeah,
lawyer
yeah,
saying
yeah.
this.
Facts.
What they didn't play was the third portion of the tape where a short time later, Mackenzie was let into the house. Oh, interesting. See, I didn't know there was a third portion of the tape. See, yeah, we're already learning something. What they didn't play was the third portion of the tape where a short time later, Mackenzie was let into the house. So how can you use as 404B evidence where Mackenzie wanted to go to the place where she was living, where she where she did threaten to key somebody's car at best. Interesting. And then she was left in. How is that evidence? Escapes me. So, for those reasons, I think those two incidents evidence should be excluded from this trial. The court, Mr. Trump, Your Honor, at this issue in this case primarily is the defense state of mind at the time of the fatal crash. There would there is very little beyond that in dispute in this case. The 404B evidence that we're asking to introduce first is the I-71 incident. I have no intention of asking the court to review text messages. I agree with counsel. We have a lot of text messages between the defendant and her former boyfriend. I was not going to introduce those. I was going to present two eyewitnesses to that I-71 incident. Whoa! See? What's
Oh,
the dude's
whoa,
name?
whoa.
What's the dude's name? Hinch? And who's the other witness? Let's find out. And that's the thing too. These people that are conspiracies with cases, they have to have a lot of shit lie. They have to have a lot of people lie, and they have to have a lot of things go your way to make a conspiracy. So the number one thing that these pro Shirilla people do, like Crime Circus, is basically attack every witness in every case. Just like with Richard Allen, just like with other cases, it's the witnesses are lying, which is crazy. Which I don't think there is any witnesses in Richard Allen, but that was a bad example. But there's other. Every case he's on the other side. It's not going to be every time, dude. Like we get Karen Reed, but you can't go fucking 19 cases of saying the damn dude didn't do it or the woman didn't do it. All right, first leading up to that incident that Dom Russo called his mother on the telephone reporting that he was in that car, the defendant was driving recklessly, and that's Mackenzie. Second, Christopher Martin would testify, Your Honor, that he went out to I-71 and pursued the car driven by the defendant, Mackenzie Shirilla, that he overtook that car as it pulled off to the side of the road, and that he observed at the time that the defendant striking Dom Russo with both hands and that he overheard her make a statement and an admissible statement. She said, Dom, I'm going to crash the car. I'm going to crash this car, is what she actually said. We find it is especially relevant and important to her state of mind just 2 weeks later when she used the car to kill Dom. I mean, that's the whole damn case. You have a witness, dude. It's crazy. For that reason, we believe that evidence comes in that it is admissible to show her state of mind and her lack and the lack of accident at the crash scene and the lack. Okay, I see what they're saying. For that reason, we believe that evidence comes in that it is admissible to show her state of mind and her lack and the lack of accident at the crash scene. The second incident, we're just using information that we have in the month of July leading up to within weeks of this fatal crash. Dom Russo, y'all gonna the chat, y'all just say it in your head. Y'all just say it in your head. Recorded the defendant using a friend's cell phone, and these recordings Their existence, Your Honor, is every bit as important as to what is said on them. The fact he was recording her as a 20-year-old with a teenager outside of the door of his home, threatening his property and his well being, threatening to call the police on him. We think this is important because just a few weeks later, she used an automobile to take his life. We think it's important, and we think it's exactly the type of evidence that 404B anticipates. Thank you. Wow. Holy crap. All right. Hey, salute the chat, Ronnie. I got to pee really quick. I'll be right back. I don't know if you
Hey,
hear. Oh,
whoa. Hey,
Corrupt
yo, whoa.
backstage too.
Hey, yo, shout out to everyone in the
Hey,
Yeah,
chat. You
hold
know
it,
where
hold
it's
it
at.
down, hold it down.
YouTube
I'll be
Streets
right back.
yeah.
Broadcast. We back in the building. She got blue eyes. Shout out to It's Corrupt, DB Bentley,
Yeah.
Amber
Shout out
No,
DB
Mallory,
Bentley.
Kenny Lloyd, Liz, Ozzy, Cindy. All right, there's way too many people in the chat. I'm gonna just say it like this. Shout out to each and every one of you. We appreciate you being here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with us. You know what it is. It's your guy, Blue Eyes. Salute. Corrupt. What up?
100%.
What it do, my
Gotta
guy?
figure
Son of a
it out.
preacher, man.
Gotta figure it out, man. What's
Son of a
happening,
preacher,
bro?
man. Listen, I was
Uh,
at the beach. I was at the beach today, right?
yeah,
I had
yeah.
a, I had a I had a whole group of people pray for me. It was crazy.
That's that's awesome, bro.
So
Like
you
willingly, like, or did they
yeah,
just
yeah,
come up
yeah.
out the
I
blue?
was with it.
Like,
I was with it. So you being the son of a preacher, man, I figure you'd appreciate something like that.
so, like, tell me though, bro. Like, did it like was it like they spotted you and they was like, yo, my
Yeah, this
man's
motherfucker needs Jesus.
yeah, like something like that? Or was
Type
it like
shit.
you was talking to somebody and they was
Nah,
like, hey,
nah.
do you
They
mind if
just
we
yeah, they was like, yo, and I was like, yeah, humble myself. I was like, sure, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
let me ask you this next. Uh did you feel a presence when you had a community around
Yes,
congregation, one
sir.
might
Yes,
say?
sir.
That's what's up, bro. That's
Yeah,
what's
that's
Amen.
what
up.
that's what Joe Rogan says. He's like he might not believe in God, but when you walk into church, you're around a lot of people that are positive, and it's just a good feeling either way you look at it.
Yeah, you don't gotta believe in anything specific, but a higher power. You know what I mean?
Hey,
You
look,
gotta be
I've
touched.
said it many times.
You gotta be crazy to think you're the Almighty. There gotta be something greater than us. You know what I mean? You gotta humble yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I've said it many times, bro. There's only one true religion in this whole world, and it's called control.
Humanity. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't get
It,
into
it
religion. I'm
it's not
spiritual. You dig?
yeah, it's not about religion, it's about relationship, man.
Yeah, it goes with the whole worship gene too. That with the
Yeah,
Anunnaki,
yeah,
but that's a
yeah,
whole
yeah,
other conversation.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Man,
so
this is the second time tonight you brought this up. We're gonna talk about this later,
The
but
young one. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah. No,
circle
dude,
back.
it's real. It's real. Uh, so the court says now you want to talk about stipulations, Mr. Troop. Yes, Your Honor, Your Honor. In the meeting with Mr. McDonald prior, we have reached numerous stipulations. I have them prepared in a motion form, which we intend to file in the court's blessing. I can read them into the record or present a copy to the court, whichever you prefer, whichever is easiest for you. You have gone over these as well. Okay, we're trying to get to the mashed potatoes here, y'all. Do we have
shout
any
out to the
witnesses?
With
chat
the
too. I saw
gravy.
all y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. My bad, y'all.
No, no, you're good. I'm actually going back to the chat right now. Salute
Yeah,
to
they going
Cindy Owens.
crazy.
Cindy Owens for the donation. Thank you so
Thank
much. Liz Rose is the best. 18 months a member. Ken YLD Ford, 10 Jules. Thank you so much. YouTube Junkie, great channel right there. Floating Heart, thank you so much. And then Miss DB Bentley, the GOAT, my second grandmother.
Always.
She's actually adopted all three of us.
Always.
She's the
Yep.
best. She's
Paperwork.
the best. She's the true
Paperwork
crime
right
she's
there.
the true crime GOAT. Um, she actually probably beat my mom. I don't even know how old she is. DB, I don't even think you're that old. That picture, you look really young in there. Okay, so thank you for the donation. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Smash the like button. States
DB
open
Bentley.
statement. Yeah,
Appreciate you.
DB Bentley, the GOAT. Um, State's opening statement. Mr. Troop, thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Mr. McDonald, on July 31st, a Sunday morning, 6:15 in the morning, Strongsville police and emergency personnel received a 911 call. There was a single car high impact collision at the intersection of Almada Road and Progress Drive in Strongsville. The court had the opportunity to view this crash site earlier, and this is the scene that responding officers found a 2018 black Toyota Camry. Remember now, this is what 20 what was it 2020 the action dude this car is fucking new like you never get I'm never going to buy my kids anything new. Like they're gonna get a old Crown Vic.
Well, like
That's the first thing. Go ahead.
it's
Ford Taurus pull up,
my bad.
everybody run. White
My
boy,
headphones.
shut up,
My
playing with that
headphones.
gun.
Go
Turn me
ahead,
up
My
with
bro.
my
headphones
headphones,
be
yeah.
my headphones get cut up. Yeah, tell them hey, there's no snare in my headphones, man. Hey, okay, so like, yeah. I got a 16-year-old daughter, bro, and I've been thinking about this a lot. Now, like, there's a certain type of year that I do want because there's certain safety features I want my child to have. Okay,
Mm.
but I don't want my child to have like some brand new, you know what I mean? Like my girl ain't showing up in no G Wagon. She ain't showing up in no Range Rover. She ain't showing up in no, you know what I mean? So it's all about safety for me. I don't care about what car, because bro, it's your first car. And most of the time, when you're given, it don't matter, bro. If you're given your first car, you're gonna treat it differently than if you earned your car.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, I totally
that's
agree.
but
My
yeah,
dad,
having
my
a
dad,
brand new
my dad,
whip.
he bought me a car, and then the second car I got that car I blew the head gasket in like 2 weeks in. It was an old Ford Escort, and then I was selling weed at the time, and I sold weed to this girl $100, which was a mid. I gave her $100 in a
Oh,
mid, and
some
I got
Reggie? That's
yes, a
crazy.
Reggie, bro. It was a Reggie, and
Yeah, some Reggie Bush.
I got this purple Mercury, and I loved it. It was the Roach Coach, but it was phenomenal. It had a great big ass back seat. I loved it. It was squeaking all the time. That car lasted me like 6 months.
Everybody knew you in that purple joint for them 6 months, though, didn't they?
Oh, they did.
Purple
Bro.
Lamborghini.
So I
Here
live
come
next
the
to
Barney Mobile. Here come
Suicide
Plug in the
Squad.
Barney Mobile. I won't say the real. I won't say what they really
no,
called
dude.
it out there, but
Hey,
Bro,
whoa.
Bro, we live right next to the strip club, Pandora's Box. So I ride by the strip club on Friday nights, just going to the gas station, doing my everyday thing, and then you would see people going to the club, and they just look, they acting like I'm coming to the club, which really I'm going to the store, but they act like I'm coming to the club and that thing, and everyone's just like shaking their heads at me, like that shit is. They're making fun of it, bro. I got made fun of. Anyways,
you were stereotyped, bro.
I was a
All
white boy in the
because of the
ghetto.
Barney Mobile.
Yes, that too. And they probably thought I was an undercover cop because I'm a white boy in the ghetto.
Trauma,
Um,
bro.
all right. So when the responders arrived, the defendant was wearing her seatbelt, like Ronnie Blue Eyes has mentioned over 150 times on this podcast.
Yeah.
She was immobile because of the severity of the crash. Also in the car was the defendant's of 20-year-old boyfriend Dominic Russo, along with Dominic Russo was his friend, 19-year-old Davion Flanagan. Both of these young men were deceased on arrival. And that might not necessarily be all the way true because in the body cam, Davion still has like a light pulse. And they get him out the car before they get
Mm.
Mackenzie out the car. They get him in the ambulance
And
before
she's
they get Mackenzie. Go ahead.
and she sat in there for 45 minutes, bro. And that boy, that youngin got a pulse, man. And she's sitting in there for
Was it 45
45
minutes?
minutes.
Is that the exact
That's
time?
that's what I remember, man. That's what I remember. You know me, I forget a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of
You got a good
things,
memory.
but no, I forget a lot, bro. But what I do remember, I do remember.
Check
And
the chat.
I remember folks talking about 45 minutes before anybody showed up on the scene because I remember thinking, like, somebody to do that on purpose, then lay there because you know when people pass and stuff, man. It's not like movies type stuff. Like, I mean, RIP to these young men. My condolences to the families, but our eyes don't always instantly shut, right? So and plus whatever crimson fluids that's out there, or any of that, man. Like you laying there for 45 minutes with all of that, and possibly looking right directly in the open eyes. So it stood out to me when I was thinking about it, because these are the mental images I'm running through my head of man, you sitting there for 45 minutes and then to find out the young man had a pulse.
Yeah, he had a light pulse. I watched the body cam. Not a lot of people have, probably under 5 people that I know around YouTube that's seen the unredacted body cam. Well, I know me, and I'm sure, and the person that sent this actually is the one that sent that. So she's got a lot of, whoever, or he or she or whoever's sending me this has a lot of inside information. And in that body cam, I seen a lot. It made me look at this case different. I haven't made another song since. I've literally took a step back because it's like it makes it real when you see the victims and how they passed away. I seen Dom. I seen his
Yeah.
dude. I seen, you know, it was bad, bro. It just wakes you up. It's like, oh crap, this is real. This is really. I think a lot of these
Yeah.
pro McKenzie people need to sit down and watch it. But I'm not gonna. I can't. I
They don't
promised the person that sent me this I would never show anybody. So hopefully they go out
they don't
and get it. Go ahead.
they wouldn't want to. They wouldn't want to sit down and watch it, bro. Like, man, anybody running narratives don't want to watch truth.
Yeah. Nah, bro. It's makes my heart beat fast. All right, so police began to try to unravel what had led to this incident, right? And they didn't say accident right here. That was very strategic about the prosecutor right now saying this. They discovered that the three youths had visited the homes of two friends that friends the preceding Saturday evening. They went first to the home of Kelly Varja, and they were there for about 30 minutes. Kelly will testify. This is Kelly with an E, not Kelly with an I or Kelly with a Y. This is Kelly with an E. Kelly with an E will testify this was not a party. It was a simple get together. No alcohol was consumed. No hard drugs were consumed at her residence. Now, we know that Mackenzie got found with shrooms, but this right here hurts Mackenzie if they were going to go with the whole narrative of, and I haven't heard Natalie and Mackenzie say this. The only time that we heard anything to do with her taking shrooms was one of her lesbian girlfriends that went live on TikTok and said Mackenzie told her that she was on shrooms and blacked out or whatever. That's the only time we ever heard him have any guilt of taking alcohol or not alcohol, but doing shrooms and
Well,
yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, bro, hard substances could be subjective depending on the individual you're talking to. You talk to my
That's not
pops,
going to fly in court,
and
corrupt.
no, it ain't. You
It goes
right,
by schedule,
but
schedule one, schedule two drugs.
you right.
Yeah,
My bad.
but I get
Carry
it. I
on.
get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying though. No hard drugs were consumed at her residence. And again, this is what this girl is supposed to say too. She's not trying to incriminate herself. We always got to think about that, right? With these witnesses and you know, but we're gonna believe her because we Natalie and Mackenzie or any they didn't say they'd do anything there. So the three youths were only there for about 30 minutes. They then left and went to the home of Paul. This is his address on Brushwood, Your Honor. That was the start of the judge view that you went on. They spent the night at Paul's residence. Paul will testify the defendant and her boyfriend Dom slept throughout the evening that they were on the couch. He did not see them ingesting alcohol or hard drugs. So now you got two people saying I didn't do no drugs. They watched TV and slept. They got up about 5 a.m. and at 5:30, the defendant drove her Toyota Camry through Strongsville, ultimately to the intersection of Progress and Pro Road. We know that because of one of Davion's friends, a young man named Tyler Croy, very important. Tyler Croy's the one with the Life 360 and went to the detectives. We heard his whole interview. Was tracking Davion's GPS on his cell phone. There is an app called Life 360, and Tyler Croy was able to provide investigators with screenshots from Live 360 app, which shows the movements of Davion Flanagan's cell phone as it went from Paul's house on Brushwood to the intersection. Let me talk
If
about Progress Drive. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Crow.
no, I was just gonna go back to circle way back, man. I don't know if it was here, Pinos, or what, but
Yeah.
there was a one point during this before the whole crash documentary and all that, um, that people were, they was kind of leaving Davion like he was his name wasn't being mentioned like it should. You know what I mean? Like you
Well, in
remember
this
that
whole
time
well,
frame?
the prosecutors, and it's funny you say that because when I was reading the beginning of this, the only way to prove that to get Mackenzie guilty is to not even mention Davion because they're trying to prove that whole toxic relationship between her and Dom, and it
Yeah,
is the
but
because that is the reason why she crashed the whip. At the end of the day, she didn't
it
crash it for her anger towards Davion. Which we don't know. This bitch is
it is,
crazy.
but
Might have been mad at both of
what I
them.
pointed out What I
Go ahead.
pointed out whenever it was like that, and everybody was like, "Yo, hey, don't forget Davion." People were starting to point that out. I made a that look, man, if it wasn't for Davion's friends that had the Life 360 on him and that went to those policemen and showed them exactly and broke it down, it's all on the camera, the whatever them police were. Um, you know the video I'm talking about, man. They went through and they broke it down at 5:30. They was traveling at this time, and bro, Davion is where a whole bunch of what the prosecution got the evidence to show from. So like whenever when they were leaving Davion's name out of it a lot, man, I thought it was crazy because Davion's friends and Davion's Life 360 is what really started showing that this was not just an accident. This was an incident, not an accident.
Good point, Corrupt. And it's something that the pro Mackenzie Shirilla people like to mention too. Of like Life 360 wouldn't be held in court. Well, they're using a lot. They use Life 360 for Nolan Wells. They're going through that right now with Life 360. So I think that it's just the way that they got ahead of it is what pisses a lot of like Mackenzie's families, her family off, and her supporters are like they went ahead before law enforcement could build their investigation. When 9 times out of 10 in the streets, how we were raised, that is something like yeah, you don't do that. But when it comes to this is some villain ass shit. Like she's from the suburbs of Strongsville. I don't care how gangster these kids try to act. They're all civilians. This chick needed to happen. Tyler Coy did God's work that day by actually stepping up, being a good friend, and showing the police Davion Flanagan's movements of the Life 360. Now let me talk about Progress Drive. As you know, it appears on the state's map to be a relatively straight street, straighter than Corrupt.
Yes,
It has
sir.
nothing
Yes. Well,
but a
huh? Hey, what?
it's a straight street.
In which manner are we talking? Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Carry on. My bad.
It has nothing but a relatively straight street full of undulations, and there is a substantial curve to the left and then a curve to the right, approximately 2/10 of a mile from the crash site. Investigators were able to get surveillance video from these locations on Progress Drive. The first video is from a city camera located at the intersection of Pearl and Progress, and we've seen all these. The second video was located on Palmer Movers Building, 2/10 of a mile from the crash site. The final video is located on the Eurofins Test Oil Building, and it is in fact captured the last few seconds of Dom and Davion's lives. This is a screenshot taken from a drone video footage that was compiled by the Strongsville police, and it shows the nature of Progress Road. It's important at this location because this is taken from directly in front of the Farmer Movers building, where we have video that I'm going to play in a moment. It plays the video. This is 5:34 in the morning, showing the car blinker engaged while advanced brakes applied as she's deliberately turned. This is the first video where she's taking the right. You know what video that is, right, Kuro? We've seen it where she's driving normal.
With the
Yeah.
blinker.
She perfectly
Yep,
perfectly
blue. Yep,
driving everything. Yeah.
with the blanker.
With the blinker, kid. copacetically kosher.
Cool
Yeah,
it,
I
kid.
remember the video. This is before the next video when it's like boom.
Before I show the next video, I will tell the court that the Ohio State Patrol sent out an expert crash reconstructionist. He used a digital scan of the entire crime scene on Pearl. He was able, through his measurements and calculations, to reach conclusions. Trooper Rawson will testify the analysis revealed that the airbag control module equipped on the Toyota Camry identified a high speed of 100 miles per hour during the approximate 4.75-second time window leading up to the first events associated with the collision under investigation. The accelerator pedal percent displayed 100% application, which throttle percentages also peaking at 100%. No driver input brake application was observed during any of the events associated with the collision, offering evidence that the driver was demanding more power and speed from the vehicle than it was able to produce. Now, again, this is important because you listen, Miss Christine Russo that just celebrated, I believe, I think it was the anniversary of the crime the other day. But she went on TikTok and said, or someone's interview and said that she's seen brake lights. There was no brakes. There was no brakes according to the black box and what this prosecutor's saying right here. There was no brakes. So I think somebody might have led her to false information on that because there was no break. She did,
That's
Mackenzie Shirilla
that
didn't break at all. Go ahead.
that's the crazy thing with technology and eyewitness, right? Eyewitness can be wrong, like an eyewitness can see things that never happened, or you know, eyewitnesses can change a lot, bro. But technology, technology, man, it's gonna have to all the way just misfire or be
Yeah,
broken or
facts. And they
something.
don't disappear too. Technology don't disappear.
Right,
Witnesses just disappear.
right.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
the
a big
second.
difference in
You're good, bro. I thought you were done. My bad. This is the second video from the Pharma Lincoln Movers Trooper Rawson, and his expert opinion will tell you that the defendant at this point, 2/10 of a mile from the crash site, got her Camry up to 97 miles an hour. Expert testimony
Yeah.
will also tell you, Your Honor, that it takes 20 to 25 seconds for a Camry to get to 97 miles per hour. This is 2/10. Sorry. This is 2/10 of a mile from the ultimate crash scene. This is the the PLIDCO video. Go ahead, Corrupt.
wouldn't that okay, so you talking like they talking like base factory settings. Like you're not talking about dry conditions or wet conditions or oil streets, or you just talking about a number that, you
Right.
know, the car maker would put out. You know what I mean? Like there's variables in there of
Yeah, that's a
how
good point.
Mm.
long, or
Well, we
you
do know
know,
this, right? We know that day. We know we had the body cam. It did not rain. I didn't see no rain. I could be mistaken, chat. I know we got Super Dave in the chat. He's a Mackenzie Shirilla. He knows a lot about this case. A lot of these people in the chat know about this case. I
Yep.
don't think there was rain.
Not
I
as
don't
far
think
as
there
we
was.
know. Right.
No, I don't think. And we've seen the road. The road was a perfectly paved road. At one point, she cut to like a little the little dirt part on the road, which I would think it would like little cul-de-sac. What would you call that? The
Oh,
median
dead
area
end
on
or
the other
no
road.
pun, no pun.
Yeah,
Respectfully.
yeah, yeah. All right, so this is the PLDIC video. You will hear the Camry coming before you see the last few seconds before impact. This is 45 minutes before the passerby located the crash by the time Davion and Dom had passed away. That 2018 Toyota Camry contained what's referred to as an electric data recorder. We will call it a black box in slang, Your Honor. This is a table taken directly from that black box. We have an expert in analyzing that sort of data will testify. Again, all of the state's experts in this case, Your Honor, are uncontested by the defense. Damn.
Mm.
So maybe
Uncontested.
Uncontested. See,
I,
now we're getting into why they say that they didn't do. I wonder why they didn't contest it because it's just facts on paper, right? Go ahead, Corrupt.
I was just about to say, read that back one more time for me, bro. I'm a little slow.
This is a table taken directly from the
Just
black
the
box. We have an expert in analyzing that sort of data who will testify. Again, all of the state's experts in this case, Your Honor, are uncontested by the defense.
and that's the
Oh,
defense
wait a minute,
saying.
wait a minute, wait a minute. And then Mr. McDonald said objection. The court sustained. Mr. Troop, this data contains information showing the last 4.6 seconds recorded on that Toyota, and it shows strikingly 100% acceleration through the entire final 5 seconds. It shows no service brake was deployed during that final 5 seconds. This is also taken from the black box. He concluded it could be determined that the pedal was depressed to 100% for a minimum of 5.85 seconds prior to the impact with the wall. Strongsville employed a forensic mechanic.
Minimum.
Minimum. The pedal was depressed 100% for a minimum.
Minimum. My bad. I felt left out.
No. Minimum. Listen. All right, let's go. Strongsville employed a forensic mechanic. The forensic mechanic looked at the steering on this car, looked at the acceleration on the car, the suspension, the engine, and determined that this slipper worn by the driver was stuck to the gas pedal at the time. He was conducting his
Yes.
analysis of the car. So,
And that is someone from that hometown, right? That's not a court professional. That's not a mechanic that's ASC certified and been to court, been to
oh,
thing,
dude,
been through
he said,
court
dude, he's
proceedings
employed
like
as a
this.
no. Listen, he's employed as a forensic mechanic. That's what he does, and I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
okay.
when you're a forensic mechanic, you got to have all that Corrupt. But
Yeah, no, you're right. You
that's
got
not
it.
what I thought you were going to talk about. The way that they worded this right here, they're saying that the driver was stuck. Said the slipper by the driver was stuck to the gas pedal at the time that he was conducting his analysis of the car. Okay, oh, see, I read this wrong earlier. He's saying during the crash, the slipper worn by the driver was stuck to the pedal at the time he was conducting his analysis of the car. Oh, it was after. Right? Am I reading this right?
I mean, he couldn't conduct the analysis until after. I mean, he
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
in the
that.
whip
I
when
know.
it was happening.
I know that. Okay. It had been held to the gas
Yeah,
pedal.
so
Okay, here we're about to get context. This is what I read. It had been held to the gas pedal and the floorboard buckled around that slipper, keeping it stuck to the gas pedal as the car was being serviced. This comes from the forensic mechanics report after analyzing the Toyota. Oh God, dude. Dude, Mackenzie supporters are punching the air right now, dude. They're like, ah, holy shit, dude. He concludes the examination of the vehicle did not reveal any evidence of fault or defect that may have caused or contribute to the inability to properly control the vehicle concerning steering, braking, and acceleration. You will also hear from the defendant's trauma surgeon at Metro Health. We will submit the defendant's medical records, nearly 700 pages of hospital records. She currently suffered injuries being consistent with being involved in a high speed collision. Among other things in the medical records, Your Honor, certain statements the defendant made as she was seeking medical attention, she stated she wanted to die. It was her fault for killing her boyfriend, and she had feelings of grief, guilt, and shame. What? Have we ever seen this?
but
Have we ever? I'm
that's
telling you, dude. She admitted to this shit. What are we doing? Okay,
not
we can end the live now. Y'all have a good night. That's it. No, I'm just playing. We'll keep going. But basically,
that's
we're hearing
lawyer
this,
talk, bro. That's
bro. That's not. She stated she wanted to die. it was her fault for killing her boyfriend, and she had feelings of grief, guilt, and shame.
Yeah. They think the lawyer will want you know what I mean the lawyer will let that be known because that is the closest form of remorse that you gonna get out of that little witch.
Mm, that's a good point too. Now I'm looking at it from the lens of the other side, like she's feeling fault, and she's actually taking guilt. She's actually saying this is the wording that gets me, the killing her boyfriend. This is the close. We haven't seen any remorse like this ever since. Like she doesn't say that she killed Dom. She says she doesn't remember. She blacked out. But yeah, that's
But
crazy.
that's a lot easier. Yeah. It's a lot
Somebody
easier to
screenshot
say
this
you
and
don't
share it.
remember.
Screenshot this and share it. Get that shit pumping around because that's probably one of the important things we read so far. We're on page 32. This is Mackenzie Shirilla transcripts never before seen. This is the YouTube Streets podcast. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Roddy Blue Eyes, Corrupt Cartel is on the panel.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
big blue,
yeah.
the goat.
Big Blue, you know what to do? So
Man,
true.
actually, this will give everybody a break from this real quick. I'm gonna show something real quick. Jumpsuit Pablo's got a long way to go. Jumpsuit Pablo, you have a long way to go if you want to beat Pino in this slapboxing
Tell me
match
why.
because
Tell me why,
in
bro.
this picture he looks defeated already. He looks defeated.
Okay, maybe
He
he
looks
had a
like
bad day.
he might have had a bad day.
Or maybe he talking to somebody and there just happens to be a photo that he's like,
He might have had a bad day.
trying
That's a
to
good point. That's why we have you on, Corrupt. Say shit like that. Make me feel bad now.
Yeah,
No, no,
nah.
no, don't
I
feel
was just
bad.
about to say, homeboy looked like his dog died, but I didn't want to.
Yeah, he did.
I
We here
This is
mean,
what,
now.
bro. We need a hype
hey,
video,
look,
bro.
we all got bad days, bro. Some of us got bad nights,
Some
but
of us got
I
everybody
also
troubled
got
had a
bad
nights.
days.
tonight. We also had a scheduled interview with somebody in the Wade Wilson case. Now this is gonna be huge, y'all. This interview's huge. It's going to probably come out on Patreon first because we haven't put anything out on Patreon for a while. We're gonna give them people the interview first. They don't go on members, and then we'll have it out. But that's gonna be huge. Wait till y'all listen to this. It hasn't been done yet, but she agreed to it. It's gonna Blue. I haven't even talked to you about it, but you'll be there. We'll get it done.
Hell
It
yeah.
was supposed to
That's
be
dope.
tonight, but we rescheduled. Okay, what will Okay, what you will see in the medical reports is that the defendant at no time was treated for or reported as a neurologic disorder or what she suffered a stroke, a seizure, and that she had passed out. She never told the medical personnel that she was not treated for injuries consistent with any of those symptoms. Also, from the defendant's medical records, it showed that she indicated she was alert, she was oriented to the name and current circumstances, but without recall of the collision, oriented to person, oriented to place, oriented to time, oriented to events. You will also hear testimony, Your Honor, that when the first responders were placing the defendant into the ambulance, that they took off of her person an amount of mushrooms as well as a digital scale located in her clothing. The removal of those items were recorded on an officer worn body cam, and I actually showed everybody this because we had the unredacted body
I
cam.
remember.
Yeah, first
I
time they
remember.
seen this was YouTube Streets that saluted that person for sending that again. The defendant, though, the defendant through her open cell phone GPS had been to this street on Almada in Progress multiple times, at least 7 times preceding the crash, including just 3 days before her cell phone GPS put her at that location. Finally, Your Honor, you will hear from Dom Russo's mother, from Dom Russo's brother. You will hear a little bit about the relationship between the defendant and Dom. We will play videos that Dom recorded in the weeks leading up to this fatal crash, and we will have testimony for you about the incident that happened on July 17th on I 71, where the defendant threatened to crash a car that she was driving with the defendant in it. You will also hear the defendant on October 21st walked herself into the Ohio borough of, this is after everything. She goes to the DMV. and she applied for a new driver's license. She was seen just weeks after this incident driving a car. I didn't know that. Wait, hold up. What? Are y'all kidding me? Mackenzie Shirilla was driving a car after she killed Dom and Davion? You got to be shitting me.
Yeah, that's wild work, bro. And
Oh my.
showing up to the DMV like that, trying to get a new license, that's almost like trying to call down there to see if you got a warrant or not. Like, are they going? You know what I mean? Like, I got to worry about this.
Oh my God. This is like Pino going back to the gun range. This is like, I don't even know
Allegedly,
what.
With brass
Allegedly.
knuckles on.
With brass knuckles on. This is crazy.
you know, Pino has a brother. They look a lot alike, bro. I just
Yeah,
like
I
that's
know.
our point. I'm just throwing that in there. But anyway, back.
Yeah.
Let's get back to it.
She was seen just weeks after this incident driving a
That's
car.
crazy, bro.
She reported and swore to they call it the BMV there. In Florida, we call it the DMV.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
reported and swore to I'm gonna say DMV. I
It's
do not have it.
the IMV here
It's
registry.
the RMV. I guess it goes by the name of the town or what? The county? I thought it was
Crazy.
drivers, motors, vehicles, or
Nah,
something like that.
It's a
it's
registry of
different
motor
everywhere,
vehicles
bro.
here.
Like
Yeah, IMV.
it's different
Oh, I didn't know
states,
that.
different states.
I do.
It's
It's just
it's
this
like
is
it's
important.
almost like CPS and all that. Like different states, they different. And all that. My fault. Carry on, bro.
It, no, you're good. This is important because it goes into the pot shit. The pots. She was seen just weeks after this incident driving a car. She reported and swore to the DMV, "I do not have a condition that results in a episodic impairment of consciousness or loss of muscular control." Dude, I don't even remember them asking me that.
Yeah.
They broke that day.
Well, no. Well, no, because that's what it goes back to when I was on Raw Talk, man. Talking about, bro, if you wear contact lenses or glasses, you have a restriction code on the back of your license. If you got something, if you have an epileptic disorder, there will be a number, a code. You will have a restriction on the back of your license. Like these are things that have to be documented.
Yeah, meaning
If
there's
they're
no
real.
record of the part situation if she ever had it. That's what I'm saying. There's no even in the other case we were talking about the mental health. Even if they claim insanity, there's no proof or evidence of a history of it. You know what I mean?
Fortune Thought said
Exactly.
this. That's like OJ standing there watching a fairgrounds both demonstration of a knife set with full intent to purchase the. That's exactly what I was trying to. That's why we need
With a
Fortune up
white
here.
Bronco out front.
Yeah, Fortune, you're right on the money with that. Right on the money. That's exactly what this is. I can't believe that she drove. Did anybody else notice? Did we? I did not know that she went out and drove a
Uh,
car. I noticed she went to the DMV, but I didn't notice she actually drove a car again. That's
but
crazy. She out of her
are you
mind,
really
bro.
that surprised? Are you really that surprised though? I
I
didn't
am.
know
I am surprised. I
it.
can't believe it.
I I'm not that surprised, bro, because you know anybody who is allegedly gonna sit there and talk that Guala Guala Dominique Pizzo type stuff to her mama in front of the police about can't we just tell them I had a seizure or something? Like the nerve of that type person is the same type of nerve that would be out there driving.
Good point. Good point. Okay, so I do not have a physical or medical condition that prevents me from exercising reasonable and ordinary control of a motor vehicle. This is a text message that the defendant sent to Christine Russo. This is the defendant's version of what happened on July 31st. I don't remember the accident. All I remember is turning on the street and then my vision faded into black. Now, if we all know about blacking out and stuff like that, you don't remember this part. Dude,
I,
someone needs to tell you don't remember it going
I
into
know
black. It just
I
goes
know
black.
I know about blacking out. I know all about blacking out, bro.
You do? Okay, explain it then. Does your
I do.
vision fade into black? You know that? It's just like, hey, Corrupt, it's like
Nah,
you do a cap cut and you do the little transitions. It does a transition like that, homie?
there's no transition. There's no transition, bro. You just
Yep.
get told stories the next day.
Talk that shit.
you, you, your subconscious takes over your mind, bro. You gone. You gone. You are no longer there, but your body is still going, and you are no longer in control. It's like you turned into a remote control for somebody who's running the simulation, dog. Because there's no oh man, I think I'm blacking out. It's not like, oh man, I'm getting queasy, or I might get sick. It ain't nothing like that, bro. It's 1 minute you there, 1 minute you find you in the moment. You, hey, we having a great time, ain't we? To the next minute, you're waking up the next day, and people are extremely mad at you. People are hitting you up asking if you alive. People are like, yo, do you recall doing this, that, the third? Like blacking out, there is no warning. There is it just happens.
Exactly. And True Crime with Chill Crew, great channel. I wouldn't be against mandated drug tests for teens when they get their license. Hey, listen, I'm as a father. I mean, when I was a teen, I would have been against it. I remember they switched when I was a teenager. They switched the tobacco to 21 when I was. I think I was not. I don't know if that happened to me. I think it might
Yeah,
have
shit
happened
went
right
from
when
18 to 21. That was
I think it
crazy.
did. I can't remember, but I remember it pissing
Hey,
me off some way.
growing
But
up,
yeah,
growing
yeah,
up
go ahead.
in Bama, you had to be 19. Growing up in Bama, you had to be 19 before it was ever switched.
I
And
like that.
unless
Bama.
you had an army ID, you could go on post and get them at 18. But that was the only way.
I think it might have
Yeah,
been a federal thing.
that's true. If you're old enough to fight for this country, you should be able to have a few beers or a cigarette or something, you know?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
shouldn't be.
yeah, yeah. They
That
wouldn't
should
let
be.
you buy no alcohol, but it was 19 for tobacco, and this is the 90s. In the 90s, it was 19, and you could buy cigarettes, but not alcohol at 18 if you had an army ID or a family army ID. You know what I mean? Like I had a family army ID. My dad was army.
Ms. Joy said she couldn't drive for 3 months after her crash. Fact Stranger Than Fiction said maybe she had a migraine. Tara T said I got hit in a car accident and easily could have died. I didn't drive for months. You got Colin Baker in the chat. Steve admits that they let her drive in an interview. Okay, we're gonna go, Colin. Thank you for that. We're gonna go back and find that because I ain't gonna lie, it's very hard to watch Steve. He's an idiot. Shout out to Lou. Hence the postural part of Potts. The mom's just. I love when the UK people put mums. That's UK, right? MUMS. The mom's
Yeah, yeah,
description of Pops made no sense to me. Happening 20 minutes or more after you had been standing. Exactly. Forge your thought says plug. I told you she made a pure bitch. She doesn't care about anyone, and I'm sure she knows herself enough to not care about that. Woo! Hey, Gina, she's a damn liar.
bars.
Cindy Owens says if you need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to me on DC. I'm on the YouTube Streets Discord. Feel free to DM me. I'm a good listener. Shout to Cindy. Shout to Snowplow. Snowplow, okay, she's in the chat. I don't know
Hey,
what's going
shout
on.
out to
Loops.
Snowplow. Big shout out to Snowplow.
She
She
says
already
you can
know what
always
it
count
is.
on Corrupt for words of wisdom. Mez says so true.
I didn't see that, but
I think I'm back in the. Am I that far back in the chat? Oh, I am far back in the chat. Oh, well, I'm just trying to get to everybody. Salute to DB Bentley, Chantel, Evie,
I don't
Lou,
know.
um, Super Dave. Go ahead. Justified, Cool Chris, Amber Nola, Orb. We done seen it all. No, that's why we're here. We haven't seen it all. We haven't seen it all. We've seen a lot, but we haven't seen it all. We'll get to it. Okay. I don't remember the accident. All I remember is turning down on the street, and then my vision faded into black. And that we had Corrupt give his 30-minute dialogue into what that is bullshit. I wish I could remember. It would make me feel a little bit better. She texted Angelo Rusco, Dom's brother, on August 23rd and on August 6th. On August 6th, Objection, Your Honor, Mr. Donald. So her lawyer, again, you guys say, oh, she didn't have a fair trial. I mean, he is objecting stuff that is not looking good for her. Objection. Objection. The court overruled. Go in Dom. So Mr. Troop goes back to go in Dom's room, grab some photos from his desk of me and him so I could put them in the casket so he could be with me forever. So I don't know why he would object to that, though. That don't sound like it would be bad against Mackenzie, right? Oh, okay.
Getting
This
ahead
is
of the
why.
curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just seen it. I'm like, okay. On August 23rd, Mackenzie told Angelo, I am so sorry. This should have never happened. I don't even know what to say to you or just feel so bad. I hope you guys can forgive me. So
Wow.
why is this? Is she being remorseful or she's just
I
talking
hope you
wreck?
guys can. I hope you guys can
She's trying to
forgive
appear
me.
sympathetic. Yeah.
That almost seemed like guilt.
Straight up and
100%.
down, no, almost straight up like 6 o'clock. Definitely.
Like asking
It's
for
taking accountability
forgiveness.
without taking accountability.
Yeah, if when I do something wrong, and I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm asking for forgiveness. But if I do something that I didn't mean to do, it's
You
gonna
have
be
no reason to
worded a
be
little
sorry.
differently.
Right, right.
Dude, we're at an
Great
hour and
catch.
10 minutes, and we just got through the prosecutor's opening statement. Now we're going to now we got to do the defendant's opening statement. Mr. McDonald, the guy that they say is not a good lawyer, did not represent her right. Let's see what he says starting off and see if they could again that habeas corpus, everything they're mentioning, Mr. McDonald has mentioned. It's not like he didn't fight it. So he just tried to object the text messages. I want one of these people to put me on a debate with somebody because I have so many. This is giving me so many more bullets and points, bro. Let's get to it. Mr. McDonald, Your Honor, may it please the court, a few things that I would like to respond to the prosecutor's opening statement. First of all, he said that he is not going to come in and play all sorts of text as it relates to the conversations. Well, if he chooses not to do that, then he will fail to produce the text as it relates to the July 17th I-71 incident, where at the end of it, Dom Russo apologizes to Mackenzie for what he did. We intend to introduce those texts because they are extremely relevant. Okay. They mentioned that incident in that habeas corpus. Again, look at this lawyer pushing it. He's pushing that Dom Russo apologized for grabbing the wheel, and from what the messages said. But again, they have a witness saying the opposite. But who to say that two things might not be right? Two things might be true, right?
But
Yeah.
scared people react instantly.
And Dom, and we already know sometimes when you're a man and you're in a toxic relationship, you got to apologize for a bunch of shit you might not have done. Let's just get to that. Second thing. That hit too hard for you, Hunker Up. Second
Someone
thing.
got some
No,
drink in their
I had
cup.
an opinion that I was
Oh, you
questioning
heard
on.
that?
Like Lil Wayne says, don't worry about what's in my cup.
Don't be asking me what's in my cup, Blue. I'm just
Don't
playing.
worry about what's in my cup.
It's Mama's sweet tea, man. Shout out to Meemaw.
My cup. Hell yeah.
They brought it in here for me. Shout out to the children. Okay. They talked about 20 seconds. The reason that they're doing that, they want to build this time so they could try to overcome the argument about purpose. Knowingly, you can't form a purpose in a short period of time. Again, this lawyer is doing in my opinion, so far, he's doing a decent job. Her lawyer is doing a decent job. Like that right there,
Def-
if we're watching this in court play out, right, Blue, like we'd be like,
definitely doing the job.
a job. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't
I
know
mean,
if it
for
was.
what he's
I was gonna
given,
say his job. Yeah.
think about it, Blue. He's doing a decent job of what he's given. He's given that she's already admitted to the crime. So
Right.
he has to prove that the intent part And I
Yeah,
feel like
he's
he's
working
already,
with what he got.
and I feel like he's addressing that part pretty well, saying that you can't form a purpose in a short period of time, which we know that's not true either because people grab a gun and kill somebody in a 5 second period. So, but
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
but at least he's, they're saying that he didn't try. But anyways, in fact, the math will show that when that turn was made, my client was driving between 30 and 40 miles an hour. So this talk about going from 0 to 90 is irrelevant because we know for sure at the turn she was going 30 to 40 miles an
What
hour.
what's the speed limit on that turn? A lot of turns
Okay,
have
so if there's
lower speed limits.
I'm gonna guess 35 because I know, and I just learned this because I just got pulled over the other day. I don't know if this is Ohio though, but in Florida, if there's no road sign, every street is 30
45.
35 miles per hour.
40 well, any country road that with anything that's not posted is automatically 45. But you could be on a
Mm.
country road and it be not posted 45, but you come up to where a turn is, especially a blind curve, and it's gonna have something like 25 and it's gonna have that turn sign, you know what I mean? The sign that has like the shifted
Hmm.
lane. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, 45, any unmarked country road is 45. Any unmarked residential road is 35.
Then no cameras picked up anything up until about 5 seconds before. So there's no way they're going to be able to prove it was 20 seconds of the building. Another thing, too, people do not clip me out of context. I am reading paperwork. I already have a feeling someone's going to clip me saying this and be like, oh, he's a Mackenzie supporter.
Hey,
We are reading the transcripts of the actual trial. I want to put that out right now because I can
promos are
already see
great
them
though.
doing that. Go ahead.
Promos are always great though.
We love
Come
promos.
find out. Come find out.
Oh yeah, and I know they love my title. They're gonna talk. I already told people on the last live. I'm like, listen, I'm going to troll the fuck out of them.
Yeah, especially free promos. Send it.
Yeah, free promo.
Exactly, bro. Chop that shit up. Make them come want to see what was said. And we
Hmm.
Chop and
appreciate the
screw it
views.
like a southern
Remember, hit
song.
that like button.
Remix.
They did
Remix,
talk about her.
baby.
They did talk about her statements. Why she said it's her fault and she killed him. If I were to drive home tonight, try to make a left-hand turn, someone is coming from the other way. I don't see him. There's an accident and that person died. That's a negligent. Is that how you said that? How you say that?
Negligent.
Negligent. Sorry,
There you
negligent
go.
homicide.
Negligent. Yep.
I certainly would have said to the family, I am sorry for what happened. My axe killed them. That's not what she said, though, bro. Yo, her lawyer tripping right here. Hold
Yeah.
on. Go back.
That's
If I
something.
were.
That's
Go
Whoa.
something you say when you're under the influence.
ahead. If I were to drive home tonight, try to make a left hand turn, someone is coming from the other way. I don't see them. There's an accident, and that person died. And that's not what happened. I can't believe he's making this scenario. That's I can't even say. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. I
I
certainly would
don't.
Negligence.
have.
I don't.
I certainly would
I,
have said to the family, "I am so sorry for what happened. My axe killed him." That statement does not say I am guilty of the crime of murder, doing something purposely. All of the records will show from the police first responders she had no recollection of the events and that it is consistent with what happens many times in accidents. And you will
you,
hear the police officers who have talked about that, who have been previously cross examined, that will agree with them. The prosecutor said there was nothing abnormal. Well, the responding officer, I think he's from Beira, got her blood at 82 point, and he talked about what 82 means in the terms of being low blood oxygen. The state will produce a witness from Metro who will say, I don't remember anything
bro.
about this
The part
patient. What?
the
Okay, go
part
ahead.
you
No, you're good.
read before about if I was driving home and all that, that right there should be an objection irrelevance, right? Thrown in
And,
right
yeah,
after that was
the
said.
prosecutor didn't eject a lot. He didn't need to, you know? This is important though. The state will produce a witness from Metro who will say, "I don't remember anything about this patient." Oh God. Now this looks good. This looks bad for the prosecution. Now see, and you guys are saying that this lawyer didn't do his job. He's got somebody on here that the state. Oh no, wait. Let me reread this. The state will produce a witness from Metro who will say, "I don't remember anything about this patient." But I'll tell you what the medical records say, by the way. 82 is very low. When I first got this case and saw the charge was murder, I thought to myself, boy, if this is murder, they have to prove that Mackenzie purposely did something. So if she's driving the car and it was her purpose to kill these people, she must have wanted to kill herself too. If need be, if that's the prosecutor's theory, we will put on numerous witnesses who will say she was not suicidal. Okay, bro, you lost this battle. You lost this battle. And I don't know if the state brings it up, but she was suicidal. We have proof she was suicidal.
Hey man,
Her own father.
just just because you plan something in the future doesn't mean you haven't thought of doing something in the present.
Oh, Rosie Graham. Okay, here we go. And in fact, you will hear from the people of the night before, Kelly, Paul, and Rosie Graham, who were at the second party, that everybody was fine. Doesn't that go against, like, if she was? Let's be real. Natalie Mackenzie and the lawyer were smart. You say you did shrooms. You know that's why Wade Wilson has supporters. They think that he did, which honestly, did it's crazy. He was already fucked up, but the drugs made him go over the top. Right? If they would have, I mean, because there is some weird shit with the whole drug test and shit, but we'll get to that. All right. You'll hear from a relative who spent 3 hours with Dom and Mackenzie a day or two before this, and everything was fine. If she's not suicidal, then what is the purpose? Is she going to drive at such a great speed that she can't do this and she lives and the other people die? So we're down to these 5 seconds. What I find interesting is that the detective did a pretty, I think that might have been a cuss word. He did a lot of work. One thing that he did was he fought hard to recover the blood that was withdrawn from Mackenzie as she was life flighted. The reason why he did that is because he executed a search warrant at the hospital asking for blood draws and executed. Let me make sure that this is it's still the defense attorney. All right. Oh God, this is see he's dude. I ain't gonna lie, he's doing his job, dude. This is crazy. The reason why he did this because he executed a search warrant at the hospital asking for blood draws and executed a search warrant on August, whatever day that he did it. They had destroyed it the day before they were supposed to. So he went and checked, found this vial, asked to have it tested, and in fact, they tested it, and she has marijuana in her system. There's also there's all sorts of different levels. I think the detective is going to agree that she was above the per se for marijuana, but they didn't do anything and they didn't charge her with it. Here's what happens: you'll have to have their expert come in, and the black box goes off. The first thing that triggers the black box is what the black box captured as a rollover. That's when the black box starts recording. So this is something that Steve brought up too. So I know this is a bunch of bullshit, right? But at the same time, it goes against these Mackenzie Shirilla people that won a new trial saying that she had well, I can't even fucking talk. That her lawyers were trash, but they weren't. They actually were working.
Incompetent,
Incompetent. That's why I got y'all up here, man.
ineffective counsel. Nobody said dude wasn't doing his job.
Right.
Folks said that he was
Just
ineffective
he didn't do it
counsel.
well. Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
this look like ineffective
and I
counsel
think
to
that
you?
well, I think that mainly goes back to choosing
That's
a
subjective.
bench trial versus a jury trial. I think
That's
that's
her
why
decision.
people
That's
say
Natalie and Steve and
you're
Mackenzie.
right.
They were
You're right.
spoke to about this. They had plenty of time to think about this.
You're
They
right. I'm
decided
not
that this was
arguing
the best
it.
thing for them.
I'm just telling you what I feel why people say that it was ineffective counsel. I'm not arguing it at all.
Yeah. There's no lawyer that could convince me to do a bench trial. They're idiots. They're just stupid. And I'm sure the lawyer, and this is the thing too. The lawyer, I don't even know if they even did that. That sounds like something Natalie would come up in her head. Like, you should just, have the judge. We don't want the jury to see all this stuff. That's something they would think of. They're idiots. The expert will come in and say that there was a sharp turn on the steering wheel to the right about 5 seconds, and then a sharp turn to the left, and then a sharp turn back to the right. He will tell you the exact degrees. That's what started the black box. Do we know, was Mackenzie driving? Yes. We do know if she pulled that, or did Dom do that? We don't know. Also, the prosecutor talked about this Life 360 app. They also talk. They also get from Davion, the backseat passenger, his phone. They look at that. They see that he was looking at a text of a picture that he had received from a friend out of state, some sunrise picture. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know about this. So they look at that and they see that he was looking at a text of a picture that he had received from a friend out of state, some sunrise picture. We know that Davion at the end ends up in the front seat, seated on top of Dom Russo. So that the way that they word that though, that's not that's not all the way true. He wasn't all the way in the front seat. He's in the middle, but they are touching each other.
Well, it's almost
He's
like
not on
somebody
top
who
of him.
was leaning over that between the gap of the front seats. You know what I
Yeah, and a
mean?
little
Like,
bit towards the passenger, like his head was like on
but
Dom's chest a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
I
that's what
mean,
I remember.
to end up there though, like I don't like. It's almost like you have. Like it seemed like the young man would have been like panicked. And those last few minutes, like he would have been coming through the middle of those two seats, trying to stop something from happening. Because if not, if he was sitting on the passenger side or the driver's side, he would have. There's a seat right in front of you that you would have went into, and then you would have ended up in the floorboard or crumpled on your back seat and the floorboard. Something, unless he was sitting in the, which is odd, who sits in the middle of the empty back seat when you're the only one that's in it? Like to be coming up through the middle of those seats has always been odd to me, man. Like that seems like somebody who was already in a panic trying to get up front for some reason.
Good point. And salute. Let's get back to the donation too, because I missed a lot. All right, so Pretty Zen, thank you so much for your 80 joules. Miss Liz Rose, 1,000 joules. Thank you so much. Dago Jin, member for 22 months. Holy crap, dude.
Big
Salute
timers.
salute to Dago Jin. And then she leaves a $50 donation. Thank you, Miss Dago Jin. A teeny bit of my
Thank
appreciation
you.
and the facts you give us. Oh, thank you. And then we got Miss Eileen 6816 with a $9.99 donation. Sharky ZZ65. Salute to you. Thank you so much. That was very nice of you. Thank you to everybody that donate. Everybody in the chat, smash the like button. We here. Corrupt just brought up some great points. We know that Davion at the end ends up in the front seat, seated on top of Dom Russo. Could it have been kids screwing around and he just goes to the front and all hell breaks loose as this young lady absolutely is not only speeding but sped of that kind is reckless? It is clearly reckless. What are some of the things that could have happened? You'll hear You'll hear about the medical condition of POTS and the seizures. You'll hear about the blood OX, I think it's blood oxygen, about the per
Oxygen
C
level, yeah.
OV reading. Is it just kids being kids? Which is I couldn't be a like saying that when you have two people that pass away is
I
crazy. Go ahead.
bro, we got Bluetooth nowadays. Like the only reason I could see somebody coming up between the middle of them seats from the back seats was, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when you had to come up, mess with the little CD player that you had plugged into the tape deck, you know what I mean? Like, or
Yeah.
whatever, messing with the radio. We got Bluetooth nowadays, bro. You could sit in the back seat, control the radio, all that from wherever you are. Like, there's no reason to be coming
Yo,
up in between them seats unless you are in fear of something. Unless you trying
Fun.
to
I was gonna say, fun
do
fact:
something.
the
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Blue.
go ahead.
Bluetooth is actually named after a famous Viking. That's where we get that term from. But let's
Really?
go. Yeah.
I did not know that.
That
That's good to
that
know.
is 100%
Even the
correct.
logo on the Bluetooth is Viking.
But Corrupt, you
Yep,
do have some
you're
good points,
100%
man. That's
right.
good points. Why was Davey on there? Obviously, something was going down in the car. We know that. She was trying to kill them. Now, let's see where I was at. Is it kids just being kids? Is Dom grabbing the steering wheel? Is it Mackenzie maybe speeding, saying, "Oh my God, it's dark out"? I can't believe that. I'm coming up to this. I better not do this. And she goes like indicating to avoid the accident, not acting purposely, but trying to avoid it. Is it sudden acceleration panic? Those are all possibilities. What is that? Sudden acceleration panic. Yeah, you experience that when two guys are about to try to rob you in your car. That's sudden acceleration panic. When you're,
I
dude,
mean, no, what
oh
they're talking
my
about
God.
is when you riding with a homie and he all of a sudden guns it and you feel that feeling in your stomach because you don't have control of it, and now you know that you going super fast and you have no control, and now you just set a prayer in your head just in case. Like that's what that is. Um, that's not like, bro. People who have that, they sit in a seat real tight and just hope and pray. Like they are not about to get up there and mess with somebody that they're already afraid of. Acceleration panic, like that's acceleration panic is a gut thing. That's a oh my goodness. Like what if they lose control? What if, like, bro, you are not gonna get anywhere near to try to make them lose control. You gonna stay up out the way and say, "Hey, yo, please slow down. Yo, please slow down." Like you ain't getting in the middle of that.
Thank you, Miss Cindy Owens, for the gifted YouTube Streets membership. Pretty Zen, 100 Joules, high five. Thank you so much. Very true, Corrupt. The other possibility is that I expect that the expert will come in and tell you about the side airbags. He has the EDR. He'll be able to pinpoint when in the sequence of events the airbag went off. What I'm sure that he will say about the airbag is that it occurred at or about 4.5 to 5 seconds before. That's it. It's a
No Takata,
significant
bro.
force.
No Takata. Look it up. They taught that airbag stuff, right? That there were
Hmm.
improper airbag, could have been an improper airbag that went off and all that earlier. We've looked this up. Pino on Raw Talk. We looked this up one night. The make and model that that she was in, that they were in, that those young men unfortunately perished in, uh, it did not have that type of airbag. The airbags that were made that were defective were made by a company called Takata, and this is hashtag no Takata.
Good job, Corrupt. See, I didn't even know y'all covered that. That's good shit. Okay. Well, I'm sure that he will say about the airbag that occurred about 4.5 to 5 seconds before that is a significant force that it makes a huge sound, and there is talcum powder or some type of powder that is let go. So if they only have 5 seconds of recordings, and those 5 seconds are all what happens after the airbag is deployed, how can you come up to any conclusion other than, if anything, she's reckless? And for those reasons, I think that will conclude my opening statement. Ain't gonna lie, did her lawyer present a opening statement from an incompetent lawyer?
It wasn't bad until he got to the Nada Takata situation.
Well, I think he got. I can eat some of the shit up too, but hey, they can't say that. Like, what would they have said better in that opening statement? I don't know. Um, so we're getting into the witnesses, right?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. There's about 3 PDFs files of this, right?
Whoa.
Oh, pause, pause, pause. I can't. We can't even use the word PDF file no more because it actually means something else.
It's
They
crazy.
PDF, dude. PDF needs to change their name. So we got
Right.
more files. We got a lot of files of this. It's gonna be multiple lives because, but we're gonna get through. We're gonna get through as much as we can tonight. All right, so sorry, my reading is horrible. I had to take speech classes forever.
Nah,
I
you
couldn't
holding
say
it down. You holding it down.
I
DVS is
couldn't say
gone. You holding it
hippopotamus.
down. Do your
I
thing.
could I couldn't say hippopotamus for like 15 years
You,
of my
yo, you
life.
used to say hip hop anonymous.
Hip hop anonymous. All right. All right, the court. First witness. The state calls Officer Michael Glassy. Okay, they swore him. They swore him in. They swore him in. Let's go. Direct examination of Michael Galasky by Miss Kupach, which she is part of the state. So this is the state interviewing the first witness. Remember, they had a long witness list. Good afternoon, officer. Good afternoon. Could you please state and spell your first name? Okay, Michael. Thank you. Where are you employed? Strongsville Police Department. Okay. And how long have you been employed with them? Over 5 years. Do you have a specific title there that you go by? Yes, I'm a patrol officer currently assigned to traffic unit. How long have you been a patrol officer for? 5 years. Okay, what was your title while you were there, while you were in the city of Cleveland? I also was a patrol officer. Okay, I'm just kind of skipping through getting to this. You said that you were in the crash department at the city of Strongsville at this point. I am currently taking training to become a crash reconstructionist. How long have you been in the department for? January of this year, around that time, I went to the traffic unit. Officer Glassy, could you please explain for the record first what type of training and certifications you had to undergo to become a police officer? Yes, absolutely. First, to become a Strongsville police officer, you have to have a 4 year college degree. In this case, I have a 4 year bachelor degree in cytology, criminology, and criminal justice. Since I was able to become a Strongsville police officer, they require a OPOTA or prior police experience to become a police officer in general. You need about 6 months of training at the OP Academy of the state of Ohio. I did that with the city of Cleveland. I have attended the Cleveland Police Academy. In your capacity as a police officer with the Cleveland and Strongsville Police Department, did you have to undergo any specific certifications or trainings with regards to medical attention of individuals that you encounter while on the job? He says yes. We received a lot of training, such as every year we have to get a CPR certified with our department. I got that when I was in 8th grade, that CPR shit. We also got training on and in the academy, trainings in general. I've attended a lot of trainings, especially pertaining to crash investigation. I'm also a field training officer. I don't know what else you're looking for. Thank you. You said that you were working to become a crash reconstructionist. Yes. Can you explain to the court a little bit about the training that you have undergo so far while being in the department? Sure. The training that I have undergone is as I went to a crash reconstructionist 1 and I'm going to a crash reconstructionist 2, which is a 2-week class in September. Officer Glassy, could you please explain for the court some of your daily duties and responsibilities as a patrol officer in the city of Strongsville? And he says, yes, sure. As a Strongsville police officer, we're there to serve and protect life and property, enforce laws, respond to emergency calls of service, respond to accidents within the city, and also respond to calls for the service in the city, theft, domestic violence, or just complaints we could talk with our citizens about. And it's funny he says this, like this is the stuff that they deal with in Strongsville. They ain't like if this is a Boston police officer, he would have been like murder, theft, grand theft auto. Over there is
Well,
theft, which is
Hey,
some
boy,
meth
get the fuck out of here.
domestic violence, which is some white trash shit, or just complaints we could talk about with our citizens about. This is crazy.
DB,
This is
man,
I
this is
mean,
the
thank you.
smallest fucking city in America, Strongsville.
it really sounds like a lot of the things that were going on in this relationship.
Oh, talk about it. I gotta pee again. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean the domestic violence. I mean all of that. I'd have to bring it up, the screen up bigger to see exactly where it was at. But I mean the things he's describing, what he's dealing with. Can you explain the court with normal day in life? Sure, we got a call from dispatch center, which is Southwest. They get call 911 on emergency line. Okay, I don't see it. Various crimes and calls service. Okay, so in the city. theft. All right, sure. That one ain't one of them, right? I mean, technically, if you living in somebody's home and they want you out, you a squatter. That could be a form of theft, I guess. Domestic violence, the stuff that we saw recorded where she beating on the door. You got 10 seconds to open this door and quit acting like a little, you know. That's pretty domestic violence to me. I mean,
Yo, she said, I'm
they're
gonna ruin your
like them
life. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna ruin this,
yeah,
that, your family, your
or
friends. She was on one.
or just or just complaints we can talk with our citizens about. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that Dom's neighbors are citizens, and there very well could have been some complaints of the parties having over there, of her beating on the doors, acting wild and out over there, like once again to the video we saw. So I mean, they basically a lot of the things we've seen in their relationship through some of these videos and such, man. Like
Salute to DB Bentley for the 40 for the $50 donation. Thank you so much, DB Bentley.
again,
Appreciate you. Yeah,
again.
again, another one. DB Bentley, the hero, the
Appreciate you.
hero.
Salute. Yeah, yeah, salute.
But yeah, go back to what you're saying, corrupt. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, no, no. I handled it while you was handling what you needed to handle, bro.
I
Um,
appreciate it. Um, yeah,
but
so
yeah,
I skipped a little bit down. I mean, they're just asking him basic stuff that I think they're getting to what his, what they need him for. So I skipped a little bit down. What?
Forging got me though.
Oh, what
Forging
did
got
Ford
me.
just
I
say?
left the word out. I left the word out. YouTube been like throwing around yellow colors lately, bro. So I've been trying to watch the language a little bit, right? So I was you know, I was loosely quoting the video of when she said, "You got 10 seconds to open this door and stop acting like a little uh." And so, Forging just went ahead and
Mm.
put it out there that the word that I was looking for.
Thank you, officer. I'm going to take you back to July 31st, 2022. Do you recall if you were on duty that day? Yes, I was on duty. Do you recall approximately what shift that were you working that day? I was assigned to the night shift. What is the night shift hours? 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Were you on duty approximately at 6:15 a.m.? Yes, I was. Do you have the opportunity to respond to the call in the area of Progress Drive in Almada and Strongsville? Yes. Can you explain to the court how you received that call and how you responded? Sure. During that time, I was a field training officer with Officer Solinsky. I was training him. We were assigned to car 13, which was an Explorer, and we got a 911 call that there was a vehicle that crashed into a building at Almeda and Progress. We took the call and responded. We took Pearl Road, went left to go westbound on Progress Drive. That's when we arrived at the scene of the crash. Officer Galiski, being a Strongsville police officer, have had you been to the intersection of Progress and Drive in Almeda before? He said yes. Approximately how many times? You could say hundreds. Okay, so it's safe to say that you were familiar with that street in that area. Yes, I was. Do you recall approximately how long it took you to respond to the scene? Minutes, maybe two. Thank you. What happened next? Once we got to the scene, I had my police officer Zelinsky park the car. I saw the vehicle in the building. I observed a black vehicle. I got out and started running. While I was running, I immediately notified my dispatch via radio right here on my chest, indicating my shoulder. I should say there is a black car in the building. It looks like it's cut in half. Heavy front end damage and it
Mm,
appears it's cut down the middle. I left my
mm,
dispatch note that it's pretty severe. When I got to the driver's side window, I let them know it was occupied with at least one person. I saw the body of the driver, the lower torso of the driver. It was difficult to hear, and you say you approached the driver's side door or window. What did you observe? The window was intact. All that I could see was the legs and the lower torso of what appeared to be a female. The body and the upper half of the body I could not see. It was the passenger side underneath the passenger dashboard caved in on top of her. The way that they say this is the thing though. I seen the unredacted body cam, and I showed you guys an image of it. I showed the world an image of what he's trying to say. It didn't look like she wasn't trapped in. They just wanted to make sure that they weren't going. The reason they cut her out with the jaws of life, they wanted to make sure that they weren't going to. She wasn't injured, and they were going to further injure her by pulling her out. Like this makes it seem like she was like underneath the dash and caved in on. That's y'all seen it. I swear to God on my fucking family, y'all see, bro. We posted. I gave the picture to Pino. Pino went live with it.
Well,
I don't know. I don't like how the officers.
de-
This is not true.
devil's
But
advocate, devil's advocate, innocent until proven guilty, bro. That's how the words of the officer are coming off as the officer would have to say, I guess.
what did you do next? Let my dispatch know when I ran around. I couldn't see the other side very well due to the significant severe damage. I ran around the vehicle to look at the passenger side for more occupants. I saw a second occupant. I let my dispatch know it was occupied at least times two. Can you explain to the court where you saw that second occupant? Sure. The second occupant, which was later identified as Davion Flanagan, was on top of the passenger seat with his black on top, with his back on top of the passenger seat and his head facing the top of the car. That is true. His head was facing the top of the car, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
so that
exactly.
means he was reaching. That means upon impact, his body would have been facing towards the driver, right? Like, so he's reaching up through the middle. So, so the steering wheel went left. Steering wheel went left, right, whatever it went, right? Okay,
Mhm.
so if once the impact happens, boom, now he's leaned this way over on Dom because you know, I mean, bro, there's no more. You know, the muscle memory is gone now. There's nothing left to hold you stable there. But that means that his focus was directed. He was looking at whatever he was doing was towards the driver. That's the only way you could end up like that. Like I can't sit up here like this officer and say I went to 2 weeks of crash training, but
Mhm.
I mean 2 weeks is I don't know, you know, not a long time.
When you observed this individual inside the vehicle, were you able to see or observe any injuries? Yes, it appeared that he was not breathing. There was blood coming from his ears and his face. It appeared he had a severe head trauma, so it was a pretty severe injury that appeared to me. Officer Glassy, you testified this person was later identified as Davion Flanagan. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Could you explain for the court how you identified this male as Davion Flanagan? Yes, I believe Davion had his wallet on him, and inside of his wallet, where there was an Ohio driver's license, which is this is all
Now,
true. Yeah, go ahead.
now, now, their families are in these proceedings, right? Their families are
Yes,
listening to all of this happen, right?
yes, yep.
My condolences. My heart goes out to the families of these young men. I, I do not want to even be able to imagine what kind of feelings and pain and grief and anger and despair. And I could go on and on that you're sitting here listening to this and
Yeah,
you
and I'm
have to.
sorry yeah, they're probably listening right now too. And it is listen, it's Mackenzie Shirilla's birthday, and she's already having the worst birthday of her life. She has the YouTube streets live right now with what 300 over almost 400 people in the chat, and it's her birthday right now in the cell, and we're going over and exposing her more. And for the families, if they are listening, man, condolences to Davion and Dom. And most thing that we could do for the YouTube streets is make sure we just cover the case. We don't get involved with the drama around like Davion's little sister talking about her parent, all that stuff. We don't even want to. We didn't cover it or anything like that. We're not going to. All we care about is Mackenzie
Nah, bro.
Shirilla. Go ahead.
There's there's no reason to talk about or argue with people that should have been swallowed.
Yes, I believe Davion had his wallet on him, and inside of his wallet there was an Ohio license. That's when we were able to positively identify Davion Flanagan. Thank you. At this time, you were able to determine the life status of Mr. Flanagan. He appeared to be deceased. What did you do next? We kept looking. I kept looking. Based on severe front end damage and the airbag deployment, it was kind of hard to see at first, but there was a third occupant of the vehicle. It was a male. The passenger seat was folded back, and the male, Davion, was kind of on top of him. That male also had severe life ending injuries. If you could elaborate a little further, and I know that you described it before, but could you explain for the court one more time how the front and the back passengers were positioned on top of each other? I'll do my best. The passenger seat was reclined all the way back from the impact, I'm assuming. So that, yeah, his seat was definitely back. Dom Russo, who's a passenger seat, which I later identified him as Dominic Russo. He had severe head trauma. His head was crushed, and that's I. This is what
Mm.
when I talk about the unredacted body cam, I can never come with the words to say, and I think that this guy literally his head, he's unrecognizable, guys. I'm gonna be out to the chat, everyone. I seen the unredacted body cam footage. He was unrecognizable. His body was broken. Davy and respectfully, I'm not trying to respectfully. Davion Flanagan was laying on top of him. It appeared that just from what we assessed on the scene, that Davion Flanagan was a rear passenger, no seatbelt. From the impact, he was thrown to the front passenger seat. Thank you, officer. You had stated that the front passenger was later identified as Dom Russo. Can you explain for the court how you identified Dom Russo? Yes, after a little investigation, because he had no ID on him or in the crash debris, we were later able to identify him as Dom Russo. Metro Hospital contacted us and let us know that the female driver told him it was Dom Russo as the front seat passenger. And based on your investigation, your resources in the police department, you were able to confirm that yourself? Yes. Thank you. Will you later, do you want me to elaborate on that? No, that's okay. Thank you. Officer Glassy, I know that's not probably how you say his name. I say it might be. What happened next on the scene? After I saw it was occupied three times, three people, two at the time, I thought all three were, two at the time. I thought all three were dead. I ran back to the driver's side. I attempted to bust out the window. That's when Patrol Officer Valco arrived on scene. I know he was a good window breaker. He busted it for me. That's when we were able to cut the airbags to see a little bit better into the vehicle on the driver's side. That's when we got a better view of our driver, who was later identified as Mackenzie Shirilla. What did you do next? Again, I relayed everything to our dispatch. I also, on scene, we heard mumbling. We found out that Mackenzie was alive. It was hard to tell because she was pinned. I notified dispatch, and the driver appears to be alive, and asked the driver to set it up. I asked the driver to
Hey,
step it
bro,
up. So, yeah, go ahead.
my dog needs me. I'll be right back.
Yeah, 10 forward, brother. You refer to the driver as Mackenzie. Can you explain for court how you were able to identify the driver of the vehicle as Mackenzie Shirilla? Sure. There was a license plate in the rear of the vehicle after we radioed that into our dispatch center. I believe we asked her if there's any females, young females associated with that vehicle. They were able to tell us it was associated to Mackenzie Shirilla. I think they said it was associated with Natalie. I think it's under Natalie's name, but okay, Officer Glassy. Did Strongsville Fire Department arrive on the scene eventually? Yes. What happened next when they arrived on scene? Prior to their arrival, I let them know it was a severe accident and we would need all three to be extracted from the vehicle via medical mechanical means. They arrived on scene and they used the jaws of life as reference to start cutting the door off or cut the door open. I would say to try to free the occupants of the vehicle. Do you want me to keep going? Please. They were first able to extract Davion Flanagan first. Remember, this is what I told y'all. I told y'all this, y'all. Come on, bro. It's just proving you more that I've seen this unredacted body cam. I mean, the actual body cam, you can see that too, but not really. It's blurred, so it's hard to watch the body cam, the one that we all
Yeah,
see,
it
right?
is
Because
very
it's all
difficult.
blurred. It's difficult. So that when it's unredacted, you see who gets out first.
Mm,
After he was Blue, I don't know. Maybe we need to do a private viewing between me and you, but I'll ask that person that sent it to me.
right.
After he was brought out and put on a stretcher, he was put in a fire, an ambulance, and I would say they next. Okay, wait a minute. After he's brought out and put on a stretcher, he was put in a fire, an ambulance, I would say. They next attempted to free Mackenzie Shirilla from the driver's seat. It took a little time. Again, the dashboard was pinned on top of her. They did get her out. Dom, they got him out later. That took more time, obviously. Were you able to observe Mackenzie Shirilla being removed from the vehicle? Yes, I did. Okay. Were you able to hear anything or did she make any statements? I believed I asked her, "What's your name, honey?" or "What's your name?" Something like that. I remember she yelled, her name was Mackenzie. I'm Mackenzie. Okay. Did you determine through through your investigation if she made any other statements on scene at that moment? We were trying to find out who the other two occupants of the vehicle were. My focus was who were the boys. We tried to ask. I believe she asked Mr. McDonald objection. There we go. So you got your. I mean, we're at page
Yeah.
55 in this court proceeding, and that's his second objection.
So plug. Someone in the chat said Kim Kardashian visited the jail Mackenzie was in for another inmate. Is that? Did we confirm that or?
What?
Yeah, they said
Hold
Kim
on.
Kardashian visited the jail Mackenzie was in for another inmate.
Hold on, man. Kim Kardashian. It might be a different. Yeah, it could be maybe a different inmate at that jail. Hold
Yeah,
on.
because that might get her hopes up. Like it's possible type shit. Her thinking.
Okay, so Kim Kardashian visited Marion Correctional Institution in Marion, Ohio, January 23rd. Um, was it this year she did this?
I'm not sure.
There's a child sex trafficking survivor supported by Kim Kardashian, Ohio inmates. Okay, yeah, I found it. So hold on, I'll share my screen real quick. We'll come back to this. Okay, child sex trafficker survivor whose case was recently featured on Oxygen's Kim Kardashian West Justice Project was freed from jail Friday. Alexis Martin, who was sentenced to prison at 17 for her role in the fatal shooting of her pimp during a
Oh
robbery
shit!
into today, dude. Hey, listen, she had to do what she had to do. This motherfucker was pimping her out, and she got tired of that shit. She killed that
Got a
motherfucker,
bother
bro.
there. Yep.
She was a sex dude. This is somebody that deserved to get out of prison. I've already read like 2 seconds of it, bro.
Oh shit!
This is crazy, bro. That's why Sharp, we got to watch out.
You
And this, I just want to see when this was and see because that this background is the same mugshot background Mackenzie had. So Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction. It doesn't say exactly what prison she's at, but that looks familiar. That
right?
background. Remember the
But
Mackenzie
definitely the
background?
same state. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So, yep. That's good. That's good. You brought that up though. All right.
Hell yeah.
Let's get back to this. Salute to everybody in the building, man. We here.
Yeah.
Let me see. There we go. All right. We back up. We got it. We good? Mr. McDonald said
Yeah.
objection, right? Oh no, I gotta bring it all the way back up.
All the
Oh
way.
y'all
Yeah.
y'all didn't even see the girl, did you? Did y'all not see, was it not up?
Nah.
Ah, I feel bad. Hold on. Dude.
My plugger. My plugger.
I feel bad,
My
man. I feel bad.
motherfucking plugger.
I can't believe that didn't show up.
Yo, Fortune said he sent you an email and a text. Just FYI.
This is the girl that killed her pimp. Just real quick, guys. This is what I was reading. But if you see the background, looks like Mackenzie Shirilla's buckshot background. That's why.
Right.
All right. I don't know why it didn't show up like that, but share this tab instead. All right, we good. All right, Mr. McDonald, objection. What did Fortune say? Hold on. Oh, and Robin Sue, thank you for the 440 joules. Uncle Alert and Boston Boss, 2,200 joules, bro. Thank you, brother. You donate
Yeah,
for yourself. I love it. That's called investing. Oh
you
man.
know.
What did Fortune say though? Where's his comment at? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I think they did free that girl, by the way. Plug, you have an email and a text. Okay. Different vehicle. I've seen multiple hundreds of accidents with people pinned in. If you send me a link to a video or email, so I may be able to help with some info. Okay, yeah, South to Fortune. I think he was a first responder. That's what his thing was about.
Salute.
Salute. And somebody said, "Don't share." I'm not sharing no. I've not shared this body cam with nobody. The only thing that I would do if we needed to have like if I won't even share it with Blue. That's why if you listen to what I said I'm gonna ask that person that shared it. I didn't say
Right.
I was going. People be taking my words and making some kind of context. That's not what I said. I said I'm gonna ask if I could just share with Blue, but I
For
wouldn't share it
research
with you.
purposes. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't I
That's not
wouldn't
how we get
just send
down.
you it. I would do a viewer, but it don't even matter. I'm not even gonna do it now. It doesn't even matter. But at the same time, I didn't say I was going to do it. I just said I'm gonna ask that person. So
Of course.
again, that's bullshit. Anyways, let's get back to this, man. All right, so go ahead. You can continue. Okay, she said it was. She said it was. How is Davion? I remember that. She mumbled the name Jacob. That's all I remember. And remember, yeah, she did say Jacob, and he was in the hospital telling the parents it was Jacob. And Natalie's like, Dom, don't tell me it was Dom. It has to be another Dom, which Natalie's an idiot. What happened next with Mackenzie? We were focused on having medical personnel help her. She has significant injuries with her leg and her arm, I believe. They took her. I believe it was Bear Fire that showed up and took her. Be Era Fire that showed up and took her. Davion was in the back of one of our FD ambulances, and Dom, we were not able to get out that quickly. Okay. Did anything significant happen on that scene that day after Mackenzie had been taken by the Brea Fire Department? Can you be more specific with that question, please? Are you aware if Mackenzie Shirilla was assessed by Brea Fire Department? Yes, they took her in the back of their squad. Are you aware while being examined if anything significant happened? Yes, I was told by patrol officer Mr. McDonald. Objection. The court sustained. Officer Galaski, after these individuals were removed from the scene, what did you do next? After all three were removed from the scene, correct? After the individuals, we got a life flight going. In fact, we had two life flights coming. One was canceled. They lost the pulse on Davion. We wanted another flight to come, obviously for Mackenzie Shirilla and her injuries. Okay. Was Mackenzie taken? Answer. She was taken by Metro Life flight that landed shortly after and took her to Metro Hospital. Okay, what did you do next? I contacted the coroner's office and let them know our location and let them know I gave them the name of Davion Flanagan. And I let them know we also had a second male who we later identified as Dom Russo. Did you have the opportunity to respond anywhere after the scene that day? Yes. After we left the scene, myself and Patrol Officer Selinsky went to Metro Health Hospital. Did you have the opportunity to speak to anyone at the Metro Hospital? I spoke with three individuals, the two being the parents, one being a doctor. Can you explain for us your conversation with the family? And this is all on body cam too. So, Officer Glassie, did you say anything to the family that day? Yes, I told them the facts. I told them your daughter was driving a vehicle, crashed at Progress and Pearl. I gave them the address, and there were two dead young boys in the car. My purpose was trying to get the identity of the second male. Based on your conversations with the family that day, were you able to make further identification? Yes. Who were you able to identify based on the conversations? Dominique Russo. Yes. You said you spoke with a third individual at Metro Hospital. Yes. Who is that third individual? The trauma doctor who was on staff that day. I spoke with her. Based off any conversations that you had with the doctor, did you learn anything that was relevant as part of your investigation? Yes, we learned. Objection overruled. We learned that they did an alcohol screening. There was no alcohol. Based off the information, what did you do next in your investigation? I kept my sergeant consistently updated with what I was doing. From that, I let the doctor know we would get paperwork for blood work. What did you do next after that? My business was done at Metro after. Correct. I made my way back to Almeda and Progress at the scene of the crash. And what'd you do once you returned back to Progress Almeda? When I got back, we did evidence collection at the time, and we arrived back on the scene. Thank you, officer. Can you briefly explain for the court what your policy and procedures are in the Strongsville police officer for collecting evidence at a crime scene? Sure. My bad, y'all. Sure, with evidence, we want to wear gloves. You do not want to cross contaminate anything. You want to mark, tag, and enter properly individually into the report. And also, if I didn't say, you want to take pictures of what you are collecting for the property room. Where do you transfer all the evidence once it's been collected? Answer: to the Strongsville Police Department, to our property room where we mark, tag, and have the property. Were all these policies and procedures followed that day at Progress and Almada Drive? Answer: yes. If you could just go over briefly for the court what you collected as part of your evidence collection that day? Answer: yes. 8.1 grams of mushrooms, digital scale, 2 cell phones, a bong, THC pen, bag of marijuana, purse, and that's all I can remember. A Cadillac key fob. Once all the evidence was collected, Officer Glassy, what happened next? That's was I was entered into the property room, and then I contacted. I'm sorry. When we were done at the scene of the crash, the car was towed by the center towing. On the scene, we notified our chaplain, our police chaplain, Father Joe, to arrive. We know we had to make notifications to the family, so that's what we worked to do. That's like the worst fear ever, man. When this guy knocks on your door, whew, and you see his name tag and it says chaplain on it, that's sad, man. We
Yeah,
notified the Flanagan family. They were out of town. We did the best we could and let them know what happened, and that's important. They returned back home. We also contacted the Russo family and let them know what happened to Dom, so notifications were made. Thank you. I'm going to jump back really quick. You said that you marked, tagged, and entered 8.1 grams of mushrooms. Is that correct? Yes. In your training and experience as a police officer, are you familiar with what mushrooms look like? Yes. Are you able to identify on the scene of what you were entering into evidence was mushrooms? The only way to do that would be it's a bag of mushrooms. It's a bag of Scheduled 1 substance. In your training and experience, what do mushrooms look like? Well, they're just round at the top and have a stem. Were you yourself able to weigh those shrooms? I don't recall if I weighed it personally, but we weighed it and it was 8.1 grams. If I showed the mushrooms you collected that day, would you be able to recognize them? Yes. Your Honor, the court, yes. Officer Glassy, I'm handing you what has been marked as State Exhibit 5. Do you this is Mackenzie's mushrooms she had on her. Do you recognize States Exhibit 5? Yes. What is States Exhibit 5? It's a bag of mushrooms, which is 8.1 grams. Is that the set of mushrooms that you recall recovering on the scene that day? Yes. And entering into evidence that day? Yes. And just for the record, police Officer Glassy, is there any?
8.1 with the bag or
Well,
my
then,
bad.
then okay. So that's 8.1 with the bag. The bag is 1, right? It's always been 1, right? Or 1.2.
I
Am I
mean,
am I right?
the
It
bag
depends
is
on
usually
it depends on
one.
the bag. I have to go back and
It,
look at
it
the bag
depends on the
again.
bag,
Yeah.
but the bag is usually one. A Ziploc is like 1.5, but usually one. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, a little tenth, but like I said before, bro, if you breaking into some trees, to partake in. You ain't like, okay, let me pull out this 3.5 and twist it up. But if you doing something like some of them little magics, um, you know, you break them down by the G. I mean, everybody gonna take 7. Everybody gonna take 7. So if it's 8 counting the bag, that means there's really 7 there, right?
Yeah, and
Which
that
is a
that proves that they didn't take
quad.
any. So
So,
they they
but
should have
if it
looked at.
was a zone and 3 people took 7, I mean, you know what I mean? That's I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Well, that would make sense. Okay, so I get what you're saying. Like they got a whole zone and they all had 7. That's fine. But the 2 other people that took what their half did it wasn't driving the car, brother. And the person that did was driving the car still had their 7 on them. So it goes into the fact of more that Mackenzie Shirilla did this shit sober. She killed these boys sober. They can't do the Wade Wilson thing on this case where drugs made them do it. No. Her crazy ass fucking self made it do it. She's a psycho ass lady, man. It's her
The
birthday too.
the
Happy
devil.
birthday, Mackenzie,
The,
you psycho bitch. Go
you
ahead.
heard you heard that saying the devil made me do it. My oldest sister tried that with my preacher man, army dad, and he said, "Well, all right then, I'm gonna beat the devil out of you."
Yep. There you go. Just for the record, is there any specific depiction on the front of the bag? Our property tag is typically what we're using to process a scene. That's consistent with collected evidence and tagging. All right. You also said a scale. Yes. Could you explain to court what a scale is? A scale is a device that weighs things. And your trainer and training and experience, are you familiar with the scales look like? Yes, we come across them quite often, especially in traffic stops. In your training and experience, what are they used for? Weighing drugs. Mr. Kupach, may I approach, Your Honor? The court, yes. Officer Galiski, I'm handing you State's Exhibit 6. What is State's Exhibit 6? It's a digital scale. Is there any specific depiction on the front of that bag? Yes, there's a Strongsville Police Department property tag. Is that consistent with the scale you recovered at the scene of the day? Okay, there's making sure they got this. All right, let me see. Officer Glassy, are you familiar with what a worn body cam is? Yes, very familiar. What is the layman term for worn body camera? We have body camera on our chest that records everything we say and do during our duties. Can you explain for the court briefly how you operate that body cam? Sure. I have a blotch here. You clip to activate it and you can click to stop it. Or I could double tap, record, or stop recording, indicating. And how often do you use your body cam? Every day at work. Once you finished using your body cam at work for the day, what do you do with the footage? You make sure to mark it with a CAD in the event the recording is from. Did you have the opportunity to review your body cameras once you uploaded them from your shift? We do have the ability to review it for report writing purposes. Okay, were you wearing your body cam July 31st, 2022? I was. And you were aware the camera was activated? It was. If I showed you a copy of your body camera that day, would you be able to recognize it? Yes. Okay. Okay. Go through that. All right. Black Toyota Camry from the accident. That's crazy that they said accident right there. That cop says
Who
accident
said
right
that
here.
though?
The
The
cop.
cop,
Yeah.
innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, but that's indicating innocence, right?
You have to by law.
Even okay. Yep. Yes, it's the Plitco building area of the accident. State's Exhibit 2 was played for the record. What is this that I'm playing? The video itself? This is my body camera from July 21st, 31st. Thank you, Officer Leslie. Before I play this video, do you have the opportunity to review your video prior to the court today? No, I did not. Why did you not review your body camera prior to me playing it here today? It's hard to watch. Damn. Hey, he kept it real right there.
Yeah,
It is hard to
yeah.
watch. It's hard to relive through it. because they don't see a lot of stuff like that in Strongsville, man. That was crazy. Will this be the first time that you are observing your body camera since that day? And he said, yeah. I'm playing for the record starting now at 1 second states Exhibit 2. Mr. McDonald, ejection. There you go. All you Mackenzie supporters, as you're overruled. Mr. McDonald, objection. Can we approach? So they played the video and he says ejection again. Can we approach? For the record, I'm going to stop it and bring the body cam to approximately 23 minutes and 19 seconds I started at. Wait, what? Okay. Wonder why the defense didn't want the body cam played. Right?
I mean, no,
Huh.
no. Listen, what was the policeman reaction again?
Hold on.
He ain't even went back and watched it, bro. They don't want nobody. They don't want to play that out there. They don't want that to be exhibit. They don't want the defense. Don't want folks seeing that, bro. Just the image of that car, let alone the body cam.
Hold on. I'm trying to see that timestamp they had the body cam on. Body cam footage reveals a different side. I know Mackenzie show tells these lies in new body cam footage. Full. I thought we had this on our page. It's showing the her like her other case. Damn, it just showed our 409 people. Salute to everybody in the building. I just came across our video on here. Oh, here it is. Mackenzie Shirilla body cam footage 2 months ago, YouTube streets. So let's share this tab instead. Let's go to 23. And this is redacted, y'all. So make sure, yeah, we're what does it say? 23 minutes and 19 seconds. And I hope this is. Do I have a Dave video in the beginning? No, go straight to the body cam. All right, 23, 19 seconds. So where they're getting Mackenzie out of the car. So the lawyer objected. She didn't want the judge. He didn't want the judge to see the other two victims, right? Corrupt. Is that what we're gonna say here?
That's my assumption. I mean, bro, that body cam is that's a lot to take in, and bro, it don't look good. It does not look good. So if you defense anything that does not look good, you ain't trying to show it.
There's brake lights actually twice, someone said in the chat. That's not what the police are saying, though. Like, you guys could say you've seen something or not, but when they had the black box and with the prosecutors, and he didn't object to that. Her lawyer didn't object to the brake lights. There's we could say we see brake lights, but we're going against what the facts are here. I think our eyes are perceiving us, or you know what I mean? Let's see, 19. Deceiving, right? Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, well that's where they wanted to play the body cam from, is this part right here to Mackenzie took out the car. All right, let's go back. Share this tab instead. We back up. You see this? All right. I'm going to stop it, bringing to the body cam, approximately 23 minutes, 19 seconds. I'm confused. Why are you starting it there? I accidentally hit the end. What's that? Go ahead, Corrupt.
I mean, that's a good question. I'm
That's
confused.
what
Why
the
do you
judge
want to
just
start
asked.
it there? That's a great
I'm,
question, Judge.
I accidentally hit the end. The court. This is a good time to take a break. Let's take a break, sir. You remain under oath. Please just don't discuss your testimony with anyone. All right. The witness, yes, ma'am. Can I see the attorneys at the sidebar? The discussion we had between the court and counsel, sidebar off the record. All right, man. I got to take a
Look,
break too.
man.
This is a lot of reading.
Look,
Hold
man.
on, y'all.
If
I,
if there
I got
were
to
any
smoke.
brake lights that happen, if there are any brake lights that happen at all, it comes from the safety feature of when you get too close to an object. But when you're 100% into the gas pedal, the brakes ain't doing nothing. So you know what I mean. I've been on the highway, bro, and trying to go. You know what I mean, trying to hit that gap. You know what I mean, get from out of the right lane into the left lane when there's just enough gap to be able to make it around them trucks. And my car wants to hit that safety brake, but I hit the gas harder. It don't brake anymore. It might show the brake lights. It'll act like it want to brake, but it's still gonna go faster because I'm hitting that gas all the way. So if you could prove to me there were brake lights, I would say it's a safety feature.
Yeah, I mean, brake lights or not, she still killed 2 kids, so it doesn't matter.
Fact.
And she got found guilty for it. The only reason we're here doing this now is because these Mackenzie supporters and advocates are making up a lot of lies. Not all of them, but some of them, and they're taking it a step further, and they're saying this, and this. One girl even said that Mackenzie didn't get caught with shrooms. When we're seeing they got exhibits of this. This lady needs to be watching this right now. Go tag that TikTok lady. But we need to take a break. I think just y'all got to give me like 10, 15 minutes. Corrupt, hold it down for a
Yeah,
second.
I've been
I'm
needed.
still gonna be talking. I need to pee and then I'm gonna go smoke. I'm gonna still be up here talking, but we're on page
No,
70.
you good,
So
bro. This
I
is a
do want to
lot.
get
It's a lot.
it's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
It
There's a lot of
is.
people in the chat too, man.
It's a lot, man. And I mean, I think like, and the crazy part about it is there's so much here that you could go back over it again and probably find even more stuff. It's like you ever read a book, you read a book you like, and you end up going back and rereading the same book, even though you know. I mean, I guess you could talk about it with movies, but we're talking about reading. But I've read the same book a few times, and even though I know the book, I know what happens, I know the gist, I find other things in there because there's so much to it. I feel like that could be the same type of thing here, man. Like there's so much to it. You start getting back into it, reading through it again, and finding
Yo,
more
just
stuff to
switched over.
pick
Can you hear
apart.
me?
I hear you. You sound better too. Yeah. So, I mean, I know it's a lot, but man, it's definitely worth doing the due diligence just out of the respect of the families for these 2 young men. I mean, the families had to go through this and listen to this, man. Like, God bless them.
Mic check
God
1 2.
bless
You can
those
hear me?
families. I hear
You can
you.
hear
I
me?
hear
Okay, good.
I hear you. Yeah.
We could drop the link for Forge and Thought too, because he was a first responder. If he wants to come up, and anybody else that wants to come up during this, we're in recess right now. We're in court recess, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot, and there's so much information. I've already learned some stuff. I don't know about y'all. I've learned a couple things. Um, a lot of
Well,
interesting
yeah.
stuff in there, man. Her
Yeah.
driving a car again is crazy to me. I didn't know that she. I noticed she went to the DMV to get her license again, but for her to actually get back in a fucking vehicle after she committed this crime is crazy. Because even if this wasn't homicide,
you still wouldn't. This looks horrible on your case. The Shirillas are retarded. Let's just get to that. They're just not
Well,
that smart of individuals at all. Go ahead.
yeah, look at all the
Allegedly.
actions. Look at the actions of all the family, like you talking. Look at her other actions. Like, I didn't know that she was driving a vehicle like that, bro, but I am not surprised at all, man. I'm not. Like, I at this point, I'd almost be surprised if she wasn't. You know, like, I mean, just the word I guess would be the goal. Like, her, her parents, the whole the whole little clan of them, man. The goal of these people, bro.
Somebody said Chris
And
Cuomo is a clown in the chat. My bad. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
nah, I am done, bro. I'm just keeping it moving. You know, I don't like this
I know. Yeah, yeah.
space.
No, it's good. These kind of lives are gonna have dead space, so it is what it is. Yeah, no, you're exactly right, man. And you don't need to say allegedly to call somebody stupid. Someone said, "Listen, you never know these days. You never know." This is an intermission, and we are refilling the snacks and drinks. Make sure y'all go smoke outside. We're about to come in. We're about to come back in a little bit and finish this up. I was hit by a car 21 years ago in Braintree, and I'm still terrified of getting in a car. Shout to Jenna, man, and salute to you for surviving that and being with us right now. You're killing it.
Facts.
You made it through it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You did your thing, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I flipped my work truck, and y'all are not gonna believe why I flipped it because my job didn't believe me either. But I swear to God on my kids, and I
He's
have pictures
lying.
of all this. I have pictures of all this and everything. But
I'm just playing. Go ahead,
this is
brother.
what happened. I'm listening to music. I'm in my lawn truck now. A lawn truck. We have the fertilization. We have two tanks on there. We got two Hondas tanks in the back. We got the four cabs that flop open like butterfly doors, and you have a single cab. And then the front of the truck there is no, the engine is below you. It's not in front of you. So if you hit anything, you're right there. You're done. Boom. I didn't hit nothing like that. But what happened was I came out of doing a house, and I came, and this was in 20. I think 2021. I come out, I take a right. It's actually when it was my first month on YouTube. I think it was 2022, 2023. But I come out the onto State Road 70 in Bradenton, and a family of ducks were in front of it was raining that day. A family of ducks started went in front of my car and my truck while I'm going about I'm picking up speed. The speed limit's like this is a highway. This is like, it's not an interstate, but it's a highway. So the speed was like, I think 55, and I was trying to get up the speed, and then these little ducks and the family came across, and my instinct, I swerved just a little bit. And the way that this truck is, I have water in my back. I have 500 gallons of water. So when I
Now you
swerved just a
messed
little
up.
bit, I did. When I swerved just a little bit, it went the other way, and I tried to save it, and I rolled that big motherfucking truck. And my
Well, you know the
seatbelt was on because you have to. You have a camera in your truck, and my seatbelt was on, but it was like, it's one of those seatbelts, and this is why I always tell the kids too, when you put your seatbelt on, make sure that it's tight and it's locked in, because when it's loose, there is no, what's the point of having your seatbelt on? It was so loose, I was all over that damn thing. And if I had a passenger that say, if someone was riding me, they would have been dead. I flipped it, I landed back up on all fours, right in the middle of the median. And then another company guy from another company was recording me. This is on video, by the way. And then this guy, and then he gave me his number, never sent me the video. And he pulled up on me. He worked for True Green. This guy for True Green pulls up, starts recording me. I'm like, and actually, I actually was being stupid. I said, I think I said, yo, it's New Age Plug. I just flipped his truck or something like that. I swear to God, I said the stupidest shit because I just started a
you
YouTube
did it
channel.
again.
I just did it, and I was dirty as hell first. And I'm like,
New
I
Age
was looking.
Plug. I did it for the first time.
It was a mess. That and hey, and I
Hey,
didn't have it.
you,
My back is still fucked up from it. They said I didn't have any injuries, but I still, my back is fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
you know
But
you're not supposed
yeah,
to
good.
swerve for any animal, right?
I know, and it's hard.
You're
But
not.
your human instinct, you have to tell yourself that, and all the time. If you don't,
I
your instincts
I
will
know.
take over.
but let this think about this. I have swerved for so many squirrels, and every time I've ever swerved for a squirrel, that squirrel's been ended. Every time I continue to
You should be
pass,
ashamed of yourself. What
that
makes your life
squirrel
better than that squirrel's
stays
life?
alive. I got a homeboy that he was a lineman and he rode the big old lineman truck, bro. And he came through the windshield, head to the concrete. Still ain't right to this day, bro. Um, it was tragic. Good dude too, man. Really good dude. I mean, he got paid, like he got paid, but life was never the same. It affected everything. Affected his marriage. It affected it affected everything, man. The big old lineman truck, it's like a big truck, like what you talking about. But you know them big lineman truck, man. They full of everything, and
Yep.
he turned that thing over, bro. And when he did, he went through the windshield, and no, he didn't have a hard hat, nothing, just straight head to the concrete, man. And he's still around. I mean, he's still like you wouldn't know it, but you would know something's different with him than just being a normal dude, but you wouldn't know it like that. But yeah, it changed his whole world, man.
That's why when the stuff that Mackenzie Shirilla did, what the crime that she committed is such horrible to a degree, because when we're out and about doing our everyday life, there's a chance someone could hit us anyways. There's a chance that we could die on the road every time we go on the road. For her to take advantage of that and kill these two kids, and then they try to make it seem like that car's not a murder weapon, is ridiculous. That car's a murder weapon. If this was somebody in the ghetto with a gun that shot two kids, you guys wouldn't even question it. But now that it's a car, you guys want to. Not saying you guys in the chat, nobody, not you guys. I'm talking about the pro Mackenzie people on TikTok. For you guys to say that there was no intent, then every case that ever been, you could say there's no intent. It's ridiculous. And somebody said in the chat too that I should get silent whistles for your truck. I don't even know what is that, silent whistles.
No, silent whistles are a lot of people put them on for deer. I've actually heard that I've had a lot of people tell me don't put them on because as you're driving, it blows air through them, which sends a high pitch that we can't really hear, but that animals can hear. Is from what I've been told and how they work.
Oh,
But
okay.
but but a lot of people that have smoked a lot of deer have told me don't put them on there because every time they've smoked the deer is when they've had them. It's like it almost draws their attention. I don't know, man. They make them for a purpose. That's the purpose. Is the air makes that high pitched sound.
I hit a
I
deer
don't know.
before. I think everyone's hit it. If you live up there in the north, because we lived
I've
in Pennsylvania for a little bit, and I hit a deer. It was a buck
I've
too.
been hit. I've
It's like
been
a ten
hit by
point
a
buck.
deer. I've
Yeah,
I've
that
been
deer hit
had
me, dude. It broke my rearview
Yeah,
mirror.
exactly. Yeah, I've been had them run right in the side of my whip, bro. Like, what is going on, man? I had my youngest with me one time, and one ran right into my front fender, bro. Like it, yeah.
Somebody said they're tired of still watching. Listen, I'm not trying to keep y'all up all night. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Shout to Joy too, Harbor. I didn't see you. And Kathy, salute to you. But and Pretty Zen, salute to you. Tara T, Shadow, Jitta, Ali Oz, Cindy Owens,
Kathy,
Nikki. Go
I'm
ahead.
wrong all the time, so Kathy, I'm wrong all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised. Hashtag I ain't shit. I'm just saying what I've been told. Um, they
Those
obviously make them
country
for a reason.
roads, take me home. Um, No, but I ain't gonna lie, dude. This is crazy. And salute to the person that sent this, because this information is important, and it's important that it got into the hands of the YouTube streets or like a Jumpsuit Pablo or somebody that's gonna, I don't know, Jumpsuit would do that. I guess that's a bad example, but somebody that's gonna read through it, like not just take context. Cause TikTok, those girls on TikTok, bro, they would have took little pieces of this just from like and spun it. That's what they do. And it's good you go through the full context, and we're not gonna be able to get through all of it tonight, y'all. It's impossible. This is gonna be like one of many lives. I'm gonna have to do it again tomorrow night. But yeah, this is a great live. This is a great live. It's good information. It's and there's multiple files. So this is just one, and I think we're on page 7.
Did you cut out or is my shit messed up?
No, my internet cut out right there.
All
I'm
right.
trying to reconnect to my Wi-Fi. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
That was weird. But yeah, we're just taking a break. I'm gonna try to get through it. Just give me a second. I gotta reamp. While we're doing that though, a lot of stuff is stirring up. My name is getting brought up by multiple people on a whole different genre with Whack 100 and the Byron Blake beef that's going on now. That was Whack
I've been
100 and
hearing
1090
rumblings,
Jake.
bro. I've been hearing rumblings out here,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah, man. I guess I'm gonna have to go to court, bro.
I'm gonna have to make a video.
Someone needs to interview me about this shit. I've been trying to tell people, like, dude, if I'm gonna get interviewed, it needs to be about this. And it needs to be about anything else. This lawsuit is going down, and he's trying to get $10 million from 1090 Jake. This is a true crime
I do
lawsuit.
it,
At
but
the end of the
my
day,
channel ain't
Byron
shit,
Blake's
bro.
true
So
crime. Hey, 1090 Jake and Byron Blake, they're kind of true crime, bro.
I I'd be all about interviewing you for that, but my channel ain't shit. So it would we need we
You
need
should
we need somebody to interview for that shit could pop instantly.
you should change your channel to I Ain't Shit. That's a great name.
I have one called that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's a backup channel actually. It's under it's same it's linked to this channel, but yeah, I got a channel called I Ain't Shit.
Now DVS called me tonight, right? And he and
Yeah.
he called me yelling, saying they got it, it's over, buddy, we got you. And I'm like, what are you talking about, DVS? He's like, cool it, kid. Listen, Nolan Wells, they got evidence going to the Supreme Court. They're about to charge somebody, and I'm like, dude,
So is
they've
that
already.
why so is that why when you answered my call you instantly were yelling at me?
I wasn't yelling at you. So we were already in a deep argument.
I'm sorry I did cut you off. I had to throw it in there, man.
But no, what did you mention when you got on the
Go
fucking
ahead.
phone?
Go ahead, bro. Go no back
You,
to the Nolan stuff. I need
I
to
didn't
hear
yell
this.
at you on the phone. I'm trying to think what you mentioned. You were talking
Nah,
about
bro.
you hated people that are drunk or something. That's what you were talking about.
N-
But
Nah, bro. Keep going. Let's go.
but no, so yeah, when he called me, I was he's telling me, yeah, they got this from Nolan Wells, and I'm like, so this is my thing about that. Why we're in this intermission on this Mackenzie court transcripts. With Nolan Wells, if they have somebody that particular in mind that they're charging, and they brought the evidence to the grand jury, if that's the case, would they have to be charged as somebody? Is my question, Corrupt? Do you know that? Do you know that if they have to be charged, or could they be bringing an accidental? Does all of it go through the grand jury? That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. So if they are gonna accuse somebody, they got charges coming for somebody, because we don't even have a cause of death. How could they do that?
I can't really even answer that question, bro. I'm not smart enough. Um, that's a great question, man. It is. It's
I just don't
and
know.
is there enough facts to even warrant that question?
I know, and I try to listen. I try to get this lawyer to join the streets just to help us out, and they don't want to do stuff for free, and I don't blame them. They get paid so good. They're not going to do anything. We got to find one that just started their channel, and they kind of like, and there's a dude from Daytona, but he only does like DUIs and stuff like that. I'm trying to get a defense attorney, really, or a former prosecutor.
Well, we need to holler at the Florida defense attorney.
Oh, Miss Lisa, dude, I know, man, I know. Okay, yeah, yeah. She actually says Jay Wick's not guilty. She's been deep on
Hey,
that case.
she has been doing great content on the Jay Wick stuff, man. Anybody that's interested on Jay Wick case, man, definitely go. I mean, even if you ain't, definitely go over there and check her out, man. The Florida defense attorney. Her and her son, they they got mad potential, bro.
Jumpsuit Pablo puts a post out saying, training hard for this fight in September, got sliced open. Left eye mark. It doesn't really look like a slice. What do you
He
think
look a
about
little
this?
lighter though, don't he?
Looks like he's getting in shape for
Yeah,
Pino.
yeah. I said the other day, I think Pino should be letting getting smacked, like just getting the shit smacked out of him for what I mean, round after round, the minute, what I mean, like run 5, 6 minutes of just getting smacked the fuck up, bro. And what I mean, being ready to handle the power that jumpsuit can dole out, bro. Because I mean, like some people have seen what happened to a bouncer out there, and I think jumpsuit should be running like 6 minute cardio sessions, like stamina, and then you know what I mean. Uh, then this fight would be like super interesting. You know what I mean? Like Pino ready to take any kind of smack that could be doled out, and jumpsuit ready to run double the amount of time he gonna have to cardio wise. Like this shit could be wild,
Well,
bro.
well, well. You would agree that Jumpsuit Pablo is, because just by how the vote system went on the YouTube streets, we had 2,000 people vote, and I believe Jumpsuit Pablo is at 97%, 96%, or it might be like 98. Either way, it's in the 90s with the Pino being at 8. And I know that we've seen Pino on camera, but he also had brass knuckles, and he did beat up 1090 Jake technically on camera. Jumpsuit Pablo, we also seen him on camera beat up some dude at a bar that JD Delay, I believe, I don't know if he ever posted the video. I know it was behind the scenes thing. I know he talked about it. I know he got charged for it. So Jumpsuit Pablo is a favorite, but by how much? Or is he a favorite at all?
Man, I don't know, man. Like this is something different. Like it's hard to really say, bro, because this is the first event of its kind. When you say, I mean, outside of what we did growing up, like yeah, I mean, this is the first event of its kind. So I don't know. I don't know of favorites, bro. Like I said, I mean, they both got strengths. They both got weaknesses. That's like any fight, any battle. But I I really think stamina gonna win it.
I don't think so. It's only 1 minute rounds for 3 rounds. Stamina's not
Yeah,
gonna play any
yeah,
part.
but what they say about old Kohlberger the other day, 162 in 3 minutes or something that he threw, something like that. Like,
Yeah,
bro, if you
people
could
are
smack,
sleeping. They're sleeping on Koberger's boxing, at
if
least
you could
his
smack,
experience.
bro, if you could smack a motherfucker 162 times within this one bout, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
going to be the winner right there. Good point, Corrupt. Good
right,
logic.
right.
I'm going to read this comment real quick. It's important. If y'all accidentally kill somebody's family in an accident, if you kill someone's family in an accident, would you not ask for forgiveness? What does the BFFR mean, though? I don't know that. Does that millennial stuff? I don't know what it means.
Be
Um,
be fucking for real.
Before, okay, so let me ask you this, Miss Stephanie Nick. If you killed somebody's, this is my thing too. Mackenzie probably woke up, most likely woke up just like any toxic fight she had with Dom. Woke up the next day in a different feeling of how she felt that night. It so happens that morning she actually killed Dom, and that the now she took it to a point where there's no turning back. But she wants to get of course she wants to get forgiveness, but it doesn't take away from the intent. See, you guys are trying to make it
Uh,
seem like she's asking for forgiveness, but the intent isn't there. No, the intent is there. She intended to kill him that night, and then go ahead,
alleged.
corrupt.
My bad. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just
And
trying to
that
help,
and she
man.
pleaded guilty. She pled. I mean not pled. My bad. I'm thinking Koberger. She was found guilty in this too. So it's not. We don't even have to say allegedly on majority of the stuff we're talking about now. Go ahead.
Let me read this question again. If y'all accidentally kill someone's family in an accident, would you not ask for forgiveness? Okay, that was the part I was missing. In an accident, who are we asking forgiveness from? From the family?
Yeah, because she's going back to when Mackenzie texted Angelo and asked Angelo, I wish y'all would forgive me or whatever it was. I could find it and go back to it in a second. I'm outside now though, real quick. But I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, if she intended to kill, wouldn't she still give that text message out to make it perceive like again, like she's feeling remorse? And this is another day too. I'm not saying
No,
that
yeah,
Mackenzie did when she woke up, she realized she don't have her boyfriend no more because she killed him, right? It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
you
yeah,
could still ask
yeah.
for. And another thing too, Miss Stephanie Nick, why has she not done that since she's been in prison? So your argument is irrelevant now because she did it because she's not even taking accountability now. She's already been found guilty in not doing what she said in those texts.
Well, first
It's
of all,
crazy.
I don't know how I would accidentally off somebody. Um, so it could happen, sure, like, just a regular accident or something, I guess. And yes, I would, but I wouldn't just only ask for forgiveness. I would plead remorse, and I would offer up my damn near my soul. It wouldn't be just, "Hey, I'm sorry," or I'm remorseful," or what I mean, "Please forgive me." It would be real. It would be passionate. It would be, I mean, an accident, man. It would be like, I don't know. If I off somebody allegedly, if I off somebody on accident, I I would do more damage to myself mentally than I think anybody could do to me
Let,
of any other sense.
let's go back. Let's go back a little bit because someone in the comments just brought this up. When you think about her telling Angelo, and listen, let's take Angelo's character. His character is in question. It's not in question at this moment, but it is in question. I'm not, but let's take the text message that she gave to Angelo, right? Saying that she wants to. Can you give me some pictures to put in the casket so he will be with me forever? That is not something that you would say to a family that just lost their brother and their son. Because now you're going back to your entitled
Hold on.
bullshit, Mackenzie.
I'm missing something, bro. So Mackenzie asked who, Divine, or
No, no,
one
not
of one of
Divine.
one of Davion
No,
one of
no. So
Davion's family members.
not Davion. So Davion doesn't. It's funny when it comes. It's not funny, but when it comes to this case, Davion isn't even. They're not even. The court is not even recognizing. Like, well, not recognizing. They don't have no evidence of intent of her wanting to kill Davion, right? But with Dom, they have full intent because of the previous incident with a witness scene and all that crap. But I forgot what I was even saying, bro. You
No,
threw
you
me
talking about the
off.
pictures. I'm trying
Oh
to
yeah, yeah,
figure
the
out.
pictures. So
So
she told Dom's brother. Dom's
Yes.
brother Angelo, right?
Yes.
Put the pictures of me and Dom together, or me and Dom together in his casket, so I'm with him forever. That's not something you say to somebody that's grieving from you and your decisions of why they're not here no more. It's just not something.
No, it's not. But
Her entitled bullshit came out.
something I've done for years, man, is you know, I write. You know what I mean? Like I've talked to you about that a little bit. I write a lot of stuff, man. And I've written a lot of letters that nobody will ever see because they are in the pockets of the loved ones that I've had to lay to rest. You know what I mean? So I have put things in, but it's not like that. It's not like, oh, pictures of me and you know what I mean? And these is like uncles, grandparents, like people that really meant something to me, man. Is like final my final thank yous, my final words, and you know what I mean? And it's in their pocket for for as long as it will be there, and nobody will ever see it, and because it's not meant for anybody but them. But which might be weird on my behalf, right? Like that might be weird, but I mean, I'm a writer, bro. I write
Yeah, but you
things, and
didn't kill them.
that's
You didn't. Dude, I don't know what the
no,
fuck you're
hell
talking
no,
about.
hell
Oh
no.
my,
I'm
come
just
on,
saying,
bro.
like putting things in people's putting things in with people. I understand that part of it, but we be together forever. That part makes me go back to the whole theory that I had of, oh, my world just ended. Everything in my world is gone. My world is done. Screw it. It's all over. Take us all
Yeah,
out.
I
Like that's
get
what
you.
it brings me back to. So we gonna be together forever. She could have meant to be together forever in the last ride. You know what I mean? Like so that's I don't know, bro. That is really weird. Um,
What's the
because
most
that
toxic
make that
relationship you ever been in?
the most toxic relationship I ever been in. Um, I don't have
Oh, and
one.
I just got a message too. So Natalie, you're watching, huh? I'll drop the link for you, Natalie. This is the thing, Natalie.
Who who is Natalie?
Somebody texted me, said that Natalie's watching. So it's Mackenzie Shirilla's birthday, Natalie Shirilla, and you're watching us. That is hilarious.
Oh,
Why?
Natalie Shirilla?
Yeah, here's the link for you. Come on up. No, but my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you though. Go ahead, corrupt.
No, you good. You good. You good. It's just I don't know. It just what I was saying, man. It just screams that of what you know my initial gut feeling was of we gonna be together forever. You know what I mean? Like almost till death do us part, if you will.
Yeah.
And that didn't quite fully happen. So since it didn't, let me put these pictures in there so I can get as close as possible.
And real quick, since Natalie's watching, I'm gonna get this out. I know all about how you try to go on jumpsuit. I have him up here too. It makes me think about it. And he could vouch for this too. But yeah, we know about your little plan of trying to steer the narrative on multiple true crime channels, and I'm sure she'll be on a couple more. But she tried to go on jumpsuit Pablo. They text,
Oh,
right? Go ahead.
Mrs. Natalie Shirilla, I will be respectful if you want to come up here. I will be as respectful as I possibly can.
You know what I'll do? I'll give you 10 minutes with Corrupt by herself, Natalie. How about that? I'm gonna drop the link one last time. We'll get back to the show. But if your cuck husband's watching too, I'll even get off for him. I'll let Corrupt play half glass full with y'all, and I'll get off for 10 minutes. But when I come back, better know I'm this foot is going straight up your ass. No homo,
You
pause,
don't,
all that
you don't
shit.
even, hey, I mean, yeah, no, yes, ma'am. I will be right
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
If you were willing to hit that link, I will be right here, and I'll let you lead the way.
And that is an analogy, Natalie. Don't try to sue. Allegedly. You. Anyways. No, man, I
All
see what
the
you're saying about death to his
allegedlys and
part,
the
though. I see what you're saying, but this is the thing, right? You got to read the room. You weren't in the position Mackenzie was in, where it's a whole different thing. I see what you're saying though, but it's a whole different thing, bro. She felt so entitled that she had to text the family of her victims and tell them, "Yo, put my picture in his casket." I hope they didn't do that,
well,
and I'm
yeah,
pretty sure they
because she
didn't.
didn't, because she wasn't able to take herself out with it. You know what I mean? Like, bro, a 17-year-old, if you just lost your whole way of lifestyle, the man that's buying you all these Gucci this, Birkin that's, all of this stuff you love to show off online, the older guy that you been had laid claim to, that you put a spell on, you know what I mean? Some of that I put a spell on you type stuff. Like, and then all of a sudden that comes crashing down, and you know that's over. You know, it all falls down. In the end, who you gonna call now? So like her
Mm.
whole world fall down, bro. So like in her a 17-year-old's mind that is feeling like they are with the person they're supposed to be with the rest of their lives, and that they just lost their lifestyle, they just lost where they're living, they just lost probably half of their friend group, like everything that matters to a 17-year-old. That's your world, bro. So you just lost your world in a sense. If that's the case, then what else is there? So I'm just going. I'm gonna end it all. Like that's the idea I've always had behind this. Like, you know what I mean? Like she gonna take it all the way out. Like, you know what I mean? Like on some turnaround. Sorry, Davian, but you know what I mean? Like you should have rode home with somebody else type attitude, because like my whole world is ended because of whatever happened, and I'm gonna make sure that it's done now. I don't have the world that I wanted. I mean, you 17 years old, man. Like, there's so much to life. There's so much to this world.
Couple more days till 18.
Okay, it don't matter, bro. You young as hell. You don't understand life. You don't
It matters
understand
in
it.
the court of
In
law.
5 it matters in the mind of the driver.
Let me ask you something.
That's where it matters.
Do you believe that saying that the old timers always said, if you're suicidal, you're homicidal?
I mean, yeah. How could you not
Now,
be?
did you know this, that we just read 70 pages and the prosecution did not bring up Mackenzie Shirilla's previous suicide attempt? That, shout out, listen, everyone in this chat, there's 400 people in here. We need to give flowers to Plunder True Crime, because she literally brought up something in this case. She brought something up in this case that did not get mentioned by either side so far. I mean, we're only 70, but from the way it looks, because they could have argued the suicide thing, because the defense is saying that she is not suicidal. We didn't see the prosecution say she is. So it looks, in his opening statement, at least, we did not hear that. So in my opinion, I think Plunder True Crime needs to get her flowers. But if we're able to find a dispatch audio of Steve Shirilla admitting that his daughter's going to kill herself. Another thing too, they could have brought up from this case, when Steve Shirilla was in the hospital, he said that my daughter, she tried to kill herself and killed her boyfriend. He said that. So that's two incidences where you have cuckle doodle doo over there, Steve Shirilla, the cuck of the year, right? The guy in the corner of the hotel admitting that his own daughter is suicidal. So does that play a big part on the fact that, is she suicidal, she's homicidal, or her being suicidal gives
Well,
her some kind of leniency of she was supposed to die too? Go ahead. I've bodied
Well,
that.
first off, before I answer that, yeah, you killed it. But before I answer that, this is coming from a man that knows exactly when his daughter's lying to him. So he must know exactly when she is suicidal, right? Like, I mean, she says she didn't do that, and he knows when she's lying. So if a man knows his daughter that well, and he's saying that she's suicidal, then hey, she is. She most
So
definitely is.
even and Kathy, I think so. She's trying to. I think this is what the real answer is, and a lot of these uh toxic relationships on one of the end, there's always like on both sides. We're not even going to paint it on only women. Men do this too. I've seen it where they say, oh, you ain't gonna be with me, I'm gonna kill myself. They usually people that are suicidal, and not all the time, because my friend Jay Mental, he actually threatened to kill himself, and he actually did, and he put comet in his veins and hung himself. RP to Jay Mental, man. um
R.I.P.
yeah, that was his rap name. I'm not gonna put his real name out, right? I don't want
Bro,
people, but go ahead.
that house that I've been redoing, the one you know, I told you a little bit that I've been helping my cousin on and all that. That my aunt just passed away. My cousin
Hmm.
he did himself in that garage right there, and it
Oh,
was the same,
sorry,
but
bro.
it was going the other way. What you saying? He ain't say a word about nothing other. He just did it.
Usually that's how it happens. Usually that's how it happens. People that talk about it all the time, and look how many people have talked about it and are still here right now. Mackenzie might have been one of those
Yeah,
people that she might have not have been suicidal. She might have just been threatened it. Obviously, she ain't. She's in prison right now, living her best life. She's not suicidal in there. We haven't seen her in a turtle suit. I mean, if we seen her in a turtle suit, maybe I think Wade Wilson was more suicidal than her, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think
Condolences, though, man. Sorry about that.
I appreciate it, bro. It's, you
When
know,
did that happen?
it is what it is. That happened the same day that my granddaughter was born 3 years ago.
Why does God do that? Like sometimes the best and the worst days are one day.
Yeah, my granddaughter was born nine ish that morning, and about 9 p.m. ish, he did that. He didn't even know I had a granddaughter.
That was my next question because then people, I man, and our Blue. I don't think Blue's up here right now, but dude, shout out to Blue. He experienced all in his family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in a mind frame of a child, which is 17, you could say almost 18. But look at it's not about the age, it's about the mentality. And in the mind frame of a child, um, things happen fast. And it ain't like you got to sit around and plan it out for you to be suicidal. You could just have something happen right then, right there, that makes you think your world is over. So why even carry on? I mean, you got to think
There's
about the mind frame we dealing with, man.
well, that's why but you got to realize this, Corrupt. The judge know that that's her age. That's why he put both of the charges together. That's why she's able to parole in 15 years. If she was already in the process of remorse, she probably would be able to get out in 15 years. But we know how Mackenzie's going to be, and she's going to go with this whole blacked out thing. Or maybe after this last appeal, her last hope, she switches over, which will be fake as hell. She should have kept it real from the get go. Those text messages should have been how she felt the whole time. But the judge gave
Well,
her 15. Bro, she has a bro, this is why, because of her age. If she was older, that 15 it would be, it would
yeah,
hit a lot different.
yeah,
But think
yeah,
about it, she's gonna be out in her 30s. She has a
Yeah.
second chance at life, and she's gonna get a second chance at life if she does the right process.
Plays the cards right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's not. She wants to eat
Not
pussy all day and fucking and show her titties on camera and get DRs and act stupid. So I don't
not
know. I
yet.
don't.
Not. I mean, she ain't playing them right yet. But folks grow up. They do grow up. So I mean, she might at some point start playing the cards right. You never know. But she definitely has a shot at having a chance. But bro,
I think she's gonna die in prison. I
you
really
got
do.
to
I don't. I think she's going to die in prison, bro.
you got to be some form of mental to go directly at a brick building and be in some form of mental. It puts me to the state of I don't I don't care if I pass away, which borderlines the suicidal part. So like I don't think like at this point she done got some recognition. She done got this. She got Netflix. She got all this. So yeah, she in there serving time, but she in there living her best time that she could be serving. And her name talked about. She on Netflix documentary, all this BS that shit really shouldn't even be shined on her, man. To be telling the truth, but she I feel like she coulda took it or not as far as or passing away that day, bro. Like, I feel like she was ready, like, I feel like she didn't care, man. Like, how could anybody of a rational mind be going full acceleration directly at a building like that with no brakes?
It's crazy, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm getting cut off. My wife's saying it's too late. I'm going. We're gonna wrap it up, bro. We're
It
wrapping it
is
up.
too
So
late, bro.
this is the last. This I know it is, and we got so much to do on this. So everyone here tonight, please, we'll come back tomorrow night. We'll come back right back tomorrow night. We'll finish this. We have to get through this. Um, and if other creators want to do it too, I'll send it to them. Like Kit True Crime, people like that. If we're allowed to, I'll ask the person that sent this. I'm sure. I think they had to request this. Another thing too is I did a request. I actually emailed the news station that recorded the whole thing to get the full thing, and they never responded back. I would pay for it, dude. That is what we're reading right now got recorded on video. But this is all something. This is all something that we got to cover, bro. We'll come back. Conclusion. Oh, I can't hear you.
That's because I had my mute button on. My bad. Yeah, this is a whole lot, and there's probably a whole lot left to. Conclusion? I don't know, man. Ain't much changed over here, bro. It's
In context of what hasn't changed?
it's
Your opinion?
it it yeah. It's the FMS 4L. FMS 4L, bro.
Okay. And what does that mean?
Somebody get it.
I get it. I just wanted you to say it.
You want the word? You want the word, bro? Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to be careful out here in these streets these days. FMS4L. Fuck Mackenzie, Shirilla for life.
Yeah, it's her birthday tonight. Yo, Super Dave, are you still in the chat? How old is she today?
She old enough to be in prison. That's how old she is. Y'all have a
Yeah.
great night.
Have a good night, Corrupt. I appreciate you, man. All right, we're out of here, y'all. We're wrapping it up. Thank you for being the YouTube streets. We will continue. We are page 70 on this. We will be back. We will be back. I'm gonna put a crazy ass title again too, just to bring in all the Mackenzie supporters, because it pisses them off. Ha ha! I figured out what Jumpsuit Pablo did. I figured it out. I know how he blew up. He did titles like this, and then he would hit you with the truth. That's hilarious. But I really do think that I think she's gonna pass away in prison. It's very right now at how her attitude is and how she's handling this whole thing. It looks like it's heading that way. Imagine if any of us was on the parole board, how could we let somebody out with no that's showing no remorse and is not? And this is the main thing of the parole board. You have to admit your guilt. That's part of the steps. How can you have remorse for something you're not even admitting that you're guilty of? So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the likes, comments. We'll be back. Make sure y'all share out, share to the Reddits. Share it on X. If you got an X account, share out. That shit helps the algorithm a bunch. When I go on there, that's why AG Tactical does so well with Sarah Boone and all these other things he does. If you go on X, you see AG Tactical all on X. Jumpsuit Pablo, when during the Carmelo case, was all on X. It helps out big time. So share on your X account if you have one, or Facebook. And we will be bringing back music and videos, intros next live. We have it's just again for a while I just didn't want to make none, but we're coming back to it. We have a Steve diss song and a Natalie diss song coming out. Particularly they kind of go together. Might put them together. Thank you, Kathy. Have a good night. I don't think she has remorse for the two that she killed in that car that morning. I mean, the way that they talk about Davion is insane. Anyways, like it's insane. The way they talk about him is horrible. Trying to interview Divine too, if we can, that'd be great. Davion's little sister, I want to get her on, and we have a big Wade Wilson interview. The Wade Wilson case, not Wade Wilson. We're not interviewing him, but somebody close to that case. We got a big interview coming, and it's been long enough, and it's time. It's time to have the interview. It was supposed to happen tonight, and I kind of got this came in through email, and I was like, oh, I got to cover this. They were still doing what they were doing, and within time, right? But it is going to happen, and I think we're going to put the uncut version on Patreon. The next day will be members only, and then the next day will be officially out. But let's give people, if they want to see it early, a chance to see it early. Because we have a Patreon we're not even uploading to right now. We got to get on that. But I appreciate everybody, man. This was great. Shout out to Corrupt Cartel, Ronnie Blue Eyes, DBS Stuck in the System, Pino Raw Talk. We got AZ Ruction coming back too. It's going to be some great pods. I don't know what we're going to be doing yet with them, but we having him back. Somebody that's locked in the Arizona system. He was locked up and was in court with Jody Aries. He's a great commentator, great podcaster. We'll have him back. Uh, Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, Jumpsuit Pablo Pino fight coming up October. We got the face off next week in Miami, uh, which is August 8th, I believe. Saturday, August 8th. Every time I go live, I piss somebody off to the point where it always says I get an email saying somebody just visited your Indeed. I love it. It always pisses somebody off. Oh, Doctor Vona says she wants to do a live. Yeah, we could get you up on a live tomorrow when we cover Mackenzie. You should come up, and I'll take a break from reading this, and we'll have you on, get your opinion. Great channel over there, Doctor Vona on X too as well. Um. Oh. So the the Ohio 16, right? Shout out to Be a True Crime. She has a video of the brother spazzing out on a woman, showing how he really treats women. You already know he has child endangerment charges and all kinds of shit. He's a POS, but she's got video of him going crashing out on some woman, and it's crazy. Uh, the popular cases right now too. I didn't mention this last time, but the Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk case, it's getting crazy. That probably has the most conspiracies with the case, or not, or just different theories. Candace Owens has a video allegedly, and it doesn't really look like Tyler Robinson in the video of the shooting. Crazy. You got Officer Tatum turning up on the Nolan Wells case, and he's kind of, at the end of the day, I noticed today he's grifting. I liked what some of the stuff he did. I liked how he went to Horn Island, but he's grifting. He is grifting. Hopefully we didn't. I'm gonna try to get on for interview though. Um, yeah. So there's some, it's crazy. Oh, the David case. The David case is crazy. That's pretty cut and dry. He's pretty much cooked. There's no I haven't seen anybody supporting him online. Like there's usually like the Co-Burger, the Pro Burgers, the Wade Wilson, Wade Wives, but with David, there's no group of people. It's so cut and dry. It's horrible. The parents might have some her parents might have had something to do with how he was at the home, which, condolences to her family. That's just something that's been brought up, but this is crazy. So no, September is Kimbo Slice fight. I believe okay, I could be wrong on that. He might be fighting September, but I thought it was I'm talking about Pino in jumpsuit, which a lot of people think that's fake. That's a real fight that's happening. Slap boxing champion, smack fighting championship, Miami, Florida. Miami. So get ready for that. Also, we see Matthew Cox interviewed Cuzzo Loke. Kozo Loke went and did a post saying, and this is the thing, right? I don't know if you guys know who Matthew Cox and Kozo Loke is, but Kozo Loke just did an interview, and I don't know. Maybe we should react to it. That might be it. That might be a whole. I might do it on New Age Plug, but yeah. All right. Make sure you guys go to the free Mackenzie Shirilla page and go over there and just freaking tell her how she. Yeah, so just read Mike D's comment in there you go. Yeah. Good point, Mike. Good point. Oh, shout out to the 30 Joules by Corrupt. Thank you. Yep. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all smash the like on the way out. We out of here. We have a new member too. He's a troll. Yeah. Shout to Kathy. Shout to Jenna. Shout to everybody. Ali Oz. 5.8 seconds is a long time at 100 miles per hour. Yeah, that's another thing too. Just like how we count, just how you sit down for that with the Coburger thing, sit down for 20 minutes, and you're gonna tell me that ain't enough time to do what he needed to do what he did. It's the same thing with Mackenzie Shirilla with that time of 5.8 seconds. That's a long time being at 100 miles per hour. That is a long time. Justice for Jen. Justice. Hey, listen. Justice for all of them, man. Domestic violence is not cool, and he did it in live in 4K, but it's crazy. All right, we out, man. you two streets. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace.